If you have a mind to upset the status quo with your big ideas for tomorrow's world, then maybe we're just the thing for the genius in you. For starters, every fellow here is brilliant too, hired to rethink how we think and prove that impossible isn't at all. We love their visionary points of view and how their top-tier ideas are helping us to expand what we know and don't know about our world. Working hand in hand, we're out to better the ways energy works for us, to market our inventive ideas and fast-track a world that takes care of us all. Responsible entrepreneurship that will rub off on you. You'll leave our halls of learning wired not just for sensible science, but sustainable business too. A thinker, a breath of fresh air, a game changer, a global visionaire. Primed to keep progress on its toes, the competition on the run, and our planet clean, safe, and secure. But wait. Forget the future for now and focus first on making the choice that will trigger the full potential of you. Enroll. And then, maybe tomorrow, the next big thing that rocks our world will be you.
I love taking pictures.
A few months ago, I joined Click Club. It's under IT department. When I was doing my SPM, I did well in IT, and I wanted to become a hacker. So when I saw UNITEN has cybersecurity, I was like, oh, okay, I think it's meant to be lah. Almost every day, I wake up, mandi, then semayang, go to the class, eat, hang out with my friends, go to some other classes, and then go back home, watch movies. This is the place where my dream's gonna become reality.
Mohon perhatian para hadirin. Majlis akan bermula sebentar sahaja lagi. Mohon kerjasama hadirin semua untuk memastikan mikrofon anda berada dalam keadaan senyap sepanjang majlis berlangsung. Diingatkan kepada para pelajar untuk kekal bersama kami sehingga ke penghujung program untuk mendapatkan sijil penyertaan dan untuk tidak terlepas memenangi hadiah bertuah. Untuk pengetahuan para peserta, di akhir setiap perkongsian, kami telah menyediakan soalan-soalan berkaitan program di Kahoot. Anda boleh menjawab soalan-soalan tersebut dan menjadi ketua kami pada hari ini. Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang berbahagia, Profesor Datuk Engineer Dr. Kamal Nasruddin Mustafa, Mara Council Member Education, Naib Chancellor Universiti Tenaga Nasional yang juga merupakan Ansara Kota Baru 1979, yang berbahagia, Datuk Kamarul Rizwan Muhammad, Presiden Ansara Malaysia, juga merupakan Ansara Kota Baru 1989, tidak dilupakan Rakan Strategik Program Passion Chaser, Barisan Perwakilan UNITEN Alumni Association UAA, Barisan Perwakilan TNF Energi Sendirian Berhad, Barisan Perwakilan Ansara Tepen, Barisan Perwakilan Kelab Alumni MRSM Parit, seterusnya pengetua-pengetua MRSM atau wakil, Unit Perkhidmatan Bimbingan dan Kaunseling MRSM, Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar UNITEN KESHAS 2020-2021 serta para pelajar yang dikasihi sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Selamat datang ke program Passion Chaser Road After SPM 2021. Indah berbalang si awan petang, berarak di celah pepohon ara. Pemanis kalam, selamat datang. Awal bismillah, pembuka bicara. Alhamdulillah, bersyukur kita kehadrat Ilahi kerana dengan limpah kurnianya kita diberi peluang untuk bersama-sama menjayakan program ini bagi meningkatkan produktiviti para pelajar seiring dengan slogan UNITEN iaitu melahirkan generasi yang profesional. Sidang hadirin sekalian, program yang dianjurkan oleh Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar UNITEN KESHAS ini berobjektifkan untuk memberi pendahan awal kepada pelajar tingkatan 5 tentang hala tuju mereka setelah menamatkan pengajian di peringkat menengah. Membina jaringan di antara pihak UNITEN dengan masyarakat luar, terutamanya pihak MRSM dan Ansara, serta melahirkan pemikiran yang positif serta rasional sekaligus meningkatkan produktiviti dalam kalangan pelajar agar cemerlang dalam bidang pilihan mereka. Baiklah, sebelum terus dibawa oleh arus masa, eloklah kiranya kita memberkati dahulu majlis kita dengan bacaan doa. Untuk itu, saya dengan sukacitanya menjemput Saudara Muhammad Nazhan bin Hisham untuk memimpin bacaan doa. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Umul Kitab Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma innaka khallaqul azim, innaka sami'un alim, innaka ghafurur rahim, innaka rabbul arsyil azim, innakal barrul jawadul karim. Ya Allah, Engkaulah yang mempunyai segala kepujian, Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kepujian, Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kesyukuran, Engkaulah yang memiliki segala pemerintahan. Di tangan Engkau segala kebajikan, kepada Engkaulah kembali segala urusan. Allahumma ya Karimu ya Rahim, cucurilah rahmat dan berkat-Mu ke atas majlis Passion Chaser Road After SPM yang diadakan pada hari ini. Berkatilah ia dari awal hingga akhirnya. Ya fa'alul lima yurid. Kami juga memohon perlindungan daripada-Mu dari segala perkara yang boleh mencatat kecelakaan majlis kami dan daripada segala perkara yang melalaikan kami dari berbuat taat kepadamu. Kepadamu lah jua kami serah segala urusan kami. Rabbana 'alaika tawakkalna wa ilaika nabna wa ilaikal masir. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayidina Muhammad wa ala ahlihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Terima kasih diucapkan kepada saudara penasihat atas pimpinan bacaan doa itu tadi. Baiklah, sebagai pembuka tirai, majlis dengan segala hormatnya menjemput saudari Aina Atira binti M. Arif selaku pengarah program untuk menyampaikan ucapan. Dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Semua dengar ke? Okey, baiklah. Terima kasih saudara Arif dan juga sebenarnya merupakan timbalan pengarah bagi program Passion Chasers ini dan telah banyak sangat membantu saya dalam menjayakan program. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dato' Insinyur Dr. Kamal Nasharuddin Mustafa, Naib Chancellor Universiti Tenaga Nasional UNITEN. Yang berbahagia Datuk Kamarul Rizwan Muhammad, Presiden Ansara Malaysia. Tidak lupakan juga rakan strategik program Passion Cases, Barisan Perwakilan UNITEN Alumni Association UAA, Barisan Perwakilan Ansara Tepin, Barisan Perwakilan Kelab Alumni Ansara MRSM Parit, seterusnya pengetua-pengetua MRSM atau wakil, Unit Perkhidmatan Bimbingan dan Kaunseling MRSM, Barisan Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar UNITEN 2020 dan 2021 dan seterusnya para pelajar yang saya raikan sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and welcome to Passion Chasers Road After SPM 2021. Sila izinkan saya untuk menggunakan dua bahasa ya. Pertama sekali, saya amat bersyukur kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala kerana memberi keizinan untuk kita semua berkumpul bagi program pada hari ini. Saya juga bersyukur kerana masih diberi ruang dan juga peluang untuk terus berbakti kepada kedua-dua alma mater saya, iaitu MRSM Parit dan juga UNITEN. For those of you who might not know, I am actually an ex-student of MRSM Parit who graduated in SPM 2017. So it has been about 4 years since I left school, not too long ago. And currently I'm studying in UNITEN, serving as a student representative council under the student development portfolio. And for this program specifically, I am the project director. Hadirin sekalian, terlebih dulu saya ingin mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir kerana sudi meluangkan masa bersama-sama pada hari Sabtu ini. Majlis ini tidak akan berjaya tanpa sokongan anda semua. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude towards Professor Dato' Insinyur Dr. Kamal Nasharuddin Mustafa and Dato' Kamarul Rizwan Muhammad. I truly feel grateful and honored to have you with us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 years ago, back when I was your age, I remember that I was struggling to find out what I'm really passionate about and what should I do next after SPM. I mean, how can we not, right? Just a few months ago, we were in school with our friends and teachers, and suddenly, before you know it, we're expected to make a big decision that will determine our future. We're talking about another 4 to 5 years of study that might also affect your career path. So I would consider this as a very big decision. Back then, before COVID-19, the pandemic happened, there weren't a lot of programs like this. So I feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities for me. And so today, that was what inspired me to do this program. I want to help my juniors out there to find their path because for me, the best way to seek answers is from the person who has experienced it. You won't find them on Google or the internet. Jadi, para pelajar sekalian, pada hari ini, anda semua akan diberikan pendedahan yang mendalam tentang alam pekerjaan dan juga alam universiti daripada panel yang juga merupakan bekas pelajar MRSM dan warga UNITEN. Besarlah harapan saya agar program yang dirancang ini mampu memberi manfaat kepada anda semua dan meningkatkan kesedaran terhadap betapa pentingnya ilmu sebelum melangkah ke alam universiti. Saya mewakili pihak pengurusan berharap agar program pada kali ini dapat memberi manfaat kepada semua pelajar. Semoga majlis ini juga dapat mengeratkan lagi hubungan sesama pihak UNITEN, Ansara dan juga Maktab Rendah Sains Mara. Akhir kata, saya juga ingin mengambil kesempatan sekali lagi untuk mengucapkan terima kasih kepada ahli jawatan kuasa program dan rakan strategik yang telah bersama-sama bertungkus lumus untuk merealisasikan program pada hari ini, walaupun dalam keadaan norma baharu. Saya berharap agar program ini dapat menjadi benchmark dan agar usaha ini dapat diteruskan oleh Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar UNITEN yang seterusnya. Sekian sahaja daripada saya. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada saudara Aina atas ucapan sebentar tadi. Semoga saudara Aina terus bersemangat dalam menganjurkan program-program sebegini. Seterusnya, majlis mempersilakan yang berbahagia Datuk Kamarul Rizwan Muhammad, Presiden Ansara Malaysia untuk menyampaikan ucapan alu-aluan. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Terima kasih MC Arif. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay. Great to be here. It's great to see all the Ansara member here. All right. Terima kasih for inviting me. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Insinyur Datuk Dr. Kamal Nasharuddin Mustafa, VC Universiti Tenaga Nasional UNITEN, and seterusnya barisan perwakilan UNITEN Alumni Association semua, barisan perwakilan Ansara Taiping, Ansara Parit, pengetua MRSM ataupun wakil yang hadir, barisan unit perkhidmatan bimbingan dan kaunseling MRSM UPBK, Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar UNITEN Keshas 2020-2021, and all of you who kita raikan today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Kalau Aina tadi nak bercakap dengan dua bahasa, izinkan saya kadang-kadang tergelincir and berbahasa dengan tiga bahasa. Saya kadang-kadang terkeluar perkataan Kelantan saya. Okay? Actually, the Kelantan language is a language, it's not a slang, because according to Wikipedia, when you is spoken by more than 3 million what do you call the speakers, and then you have more than 100 differences, it's called language, it doesn't call as dialect. So Kelantan ni bahasa Jawi sebenarnya. Okay, saya ni duduk MRSM Kota Baru for so long, so I am Kelantanese but born in Johor, but because of being in MRSM Kota Baru for 5 years, I'm pretty much a Kelantanese myself. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for inviting me. It's been a great pleasure to have you all here. Alhamdulillah, we still be able to have this majlis, as Aina say. It's very rare for you to have this kind of majlis in the past, but even with the COVID ni obliterate everything along the path. It's been a disaster, not only for a company, for countries, for everyone. Okay, but we have to feel good today that we can still meet up and berkumpul bersama-sama, even though secara virtual. Okay. I was made to believe that the Passion Chaser punya program today, you actually put together pelajar tingkatan 5 daripada 2021 or 2020 as well, or as orang tua ni tak quite familiar, but this is what we call it Form 5 Pro Max. I guess that come from iPhone punya chase lah. So thank you very much, and for those who actually completed the MRSM, Tanya, MRSM have given opportunity, and SPM is a very, very important exam. Okay. Before I go on, I just want to say thank you again to tetamu terhormat kita yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Insinyur Dr. Kamal Nasharuddin Mustafa. He's my brother from MRSM Kota Baru. I have a lot of respect towards him. Thank you for inviting me. He's also Ahli Majlis Mara. We learn a lot of wisdom from Professor, and you are lucky to have him to officiate the program today. Okay. For pengetahuan Datuk dan juga pelajar semua, this program was initiated by bekas pelajar MRSM sendiri yang belajar di UNITEN. I guess quite a lot of you there. Okay. For sure, Ansara really support this program. And I really hope that one of these days you can come to our new minted Ansara House. Kita baru buka Ansara House ourselves in Jalan Changai in PJ. So I invite all the Ansara member here to come and visit us over there. As a matter of fact, right after this, I will be at Ansara House for the next program. Okay. Adik-adik semua, I think sometimes I feel bad to call you adik-adik because actually my eldest daughter is older than Aina. Okay, she's graduating next year. She's actually her name is Uzma, who is also the name of my company. All right. So I anyway, because of the pengelola of program organizers asked me to call you all adik-adik. I feel good. Thank you very much for making me feel young today. Okay. Actually. the reason why we call ourselves as brothers and sisters is because we have this strong bonding lah. We have a very strong ikatan between ourselves. Because of that, when you mentioned about this program to me, saya rasakan inilah program yang very good, yang untuk menyumbangkan balik, giving back to MRSM students. Okay, this program shows that Ansara always mengambil berat terhadap adik-adik semua lah. Okay, we don't ask anything from adik-adik semua. What we wish actually is all of you will be a very successful person in the future. When you become successful, please give back as well. Okay, there's still a lot of perjuangan masih belum selesai. Kita masih, so the continuity from abang-abang kepada adik dan sebagainya is very important. So when you all graduated, when you all become successful, don't forget your alma maters. And I am really proud to see all of you has contributed by organizing this program. It shows you your love towards MRSM. Adik-adik semua, I was told that today we will be hearing a lot of a sharing session, okay, and that's very good because you learn so much from sharing session. As Aina mentioned earlier, you cannot Google this. This is a first-hand information, okay. The first one that I heard that you will be hearing is a sharing session from your brothers and sisters yang sudah bekerja, okay. They probably impart their experience, not only experience but wisdom, because wisdom is not something that you can learn. Okay, it comes with experience over periods of years. Okay, then how to be successful in life, and then how to move forward from after UNITEN. Okay, then there is also a sharing session from they are the current student at UNITEN. I guess these people, this is like Arif, like Aina dan sebagainya. Okay. They will probably share their experience tentang tawaran beasiswa, the scholarship, the courses, the soft skills that you need to have to get through the universities. Personally, I want to say that the soft skill is very important. When I look for people to hire, the education is a given. You must be good at education, but your soft skill is very, very important as well. Okay, so don't be shy to ask question, because kalau kita malu ni kita rugi lah. Okay, so as people say, the man who ask may be fool for a day, but people who don't ask question, never ask question, will be fool for the lifetime. So don't be afraid. Jangan malu-malu, terus bertanya soalan. I believe today as well mereka akan kongsikan kelebihan menyambung pelajar di UNITEN. Okay, UNITEN is a premier university. I'm so proud since Prof Kamal being a VC there, we can see the lonjakan in terms of ranking of UNITEN. At UZMA, we have so many UNITEN graduates as well. As a matter of fact, when I started the company 21 years ago, the first people outside the people who start up the UZMA is one graduate from UNITEN. I guess he's probably one of the earlier batch in UNITEN. Okay, so UNITEN has produced a lot of good graduates, and then obviously they have a right soft skill, confident, bercakap dengan lancar. So I'm glad that you will be sharing kelebihan menyambung pelajar di UNITEN as well. Okay. So brothers and sisters, I think moving forward, we know that it's not going to be easy lah. Okay, especially when you learn from talian online. Okay, most likely your interviews will be online as well. Okay, going through universities, going through online as well. My eldest two daughters, the eldest is actually belajar dekat sana because it's a lot of lab work that she is doing. She's trying to become geoscientist, so it's actual work. But my other daughters has to do all the studies through online. Okay, it's going to be difficult. I can see it. Okay, so it's not going to be easy for you. But the people who choose the hard part is normally the one that will be successful. So saya harap you will learn a lot from your brothers and sisters yang duduk kat UNITEN, how to get through this today. Okay, again, ask a lot of questions. Okay, so I guess I probably taken too much of the time already. Saya tak perlu bercakap panjang. I'm pretty sure you cannot wait to hear the tips, the sharing session from the rest of your brothers and sisters here, and then also daripada our own superstars today, Professor Kamal himself. Okay, saya ingin give you one thing. Ansara is always here to help you. Okay, we have a lot of programs. As a matter of fact, we are actually preparing one program for Ansara Muda. This is it will be host pretty soon. It's a talk by somebody who's prominent. As a matter of fact, he's Ansara Taiping. Is to share how his experience to become a successful to be where he is at the moment. So don't be shy. Please contact Ansara. Ansara here to help. Okay, kerja kita is membantu. Our main stakeholder is Ansara member ourselves. Okay. So sekali lagi, today is the session is about sharing session. Use the opportunity nak belajar bersungguh-sungguh, belajar daripada learn from brothers and sisters. So before I leave, I just want to say one thing. Make sure you have a dreams, okay? And then when you have dream, make sure you have a plan as well, okay? And once you have a plan, work your plan, okay? Hustle hard, okay? And then get blessing, okay? Kita kalau orang Muslim ni, kita raise our hand, supplicate, minta doa dengan Allah. Then lastly, minta blessing from parents, daripada cikgu-cikgu kita, minta kebenaran, blessing from our professor dan sebagainya. InsyaAllah, if you have a dream, you have a plan, you hustle, you get the blessing, insyaAllah you will be successful. So before I leave, I'll read satu pantun lah. Salam Ansara kami hulurkan, semoga kemesraan kekal bertautan. Ilmu dikongsi menjadi amalan, semoga perjuangan mendapat keberkatan. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Ribuan terima kasih diucapkan kepada Dr. Kamarul atas ucapan tadi. Hadirin sekalian, kalau pikat burung kenari, jangan patahkan batang jerami. Kepada Tuan sembah diberi, mohon rasmikan majlis kami. Pincak rasanya majlis jika tidak diseraikan dengan ucapan serta perasmian daripada tetamu kehormat kita pada pagi ini. Untuk itu, majlis dengan berbesar hati dan dengan penuh takzimnya menjemput yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Engineer Dr. Kamal Nasruddin Mustafa, Naib Chancellor UNITEN untuk menyampaikan ucapan seterusnya, merasmikan program Question Chaser 2021. Majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Terima kasih kepada saudara pengacara majlis, saudara Muhammad Arif Fahmi bin Sanuddin yang juga mahasiswa UNITEN, Bachelor of International Business Honours, dan juga alumni MRSM Alu Gajah tahun 2018. Congratulations to you and thank you Arif Fahmi. Yang dihormati lagi dikasihi Datuk Kamarul Rizwan bin Muhammad, Presiden Ansara Malaysia, my brother, my close friend, a person that I respect among those that I respect the most. Cik Aina Athira binti Mama Arif, mahasiswa Bachelor of International Business Honours dan juga alumni MRSM Parit tahun 2017 selaku pengarah program Patient Chasers Road After SPM 2021, pengetua-pengetua atau wakil barisan alumni dari UNITEN, Alumni Association UAE, barisan perwakilan Ansara MRSM Taiping, barisan konselor dari Unit Perkhidmatan Bimbingan dan Konseling MRSM, Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar UNITEN, seterusnya para pelajar dari MRSM yang hadir pada pagi ini. Tentunya kita perlu panjatkan syukur kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala atas segala rahmat dan nikmat yang Allah berikan pada kita semua. Tapi dalam konteks hari ini, nikmat rahmat yang paling besar ialah Allah pertemukan kita semua dalam satu program yang cukup penting dan bermakna, iaitu program Patient Chases Road After SPM 2021. Walaupun dalam norma baru ni kita jumpa dalam talian virtually, otherwise saya percaya kita lebih bersemangat kalau boleh jumpa ramai-ramai. Kalau ada 300-400 jumpa dalam majlis, kita rasa lebih gembira, ya. You can see the faces and so on, but it's okay. I mean, we'll wait for the occasion when we can have face-to-face meeting, but for the moment, because of COVID-19, we make do with what we have. But it doesn't mean because of COVID we do not do anything. We just sit idle at home. But there are a lot of things that we can do together, and this is certainly one of important thing that can bring us together, though virtually. And for that, I would like to extend my deepest appreciation to the organizing committee for the invitation extended to me to say a few words and eventually to officiate this program. Let me also extend my words of thank you and congratulations to Aina, to Arif, to organizing committee for this noble effort taken to organize such a big and important event, bringing us all together, though online. I think it's so, to me, it's meaningful because, the participants are MRSM students and organized by UNITEN students, Ansarians, students, ex-MRSM students. So the common platform here together, we are all from MRSM. My beloved brother, Datuk Kamarul Rizwan from MRSM Kota Baru. I'm from MRSM Kota Baru. I was a student at MRSM Kota Baru before, but now they call it MRSM PC. But I still use, when I introduce myself, I would say I'm from MRSM Kota Baru. But because of zaman ICT and dia tukar nama KB jadi PC, personal computer. So, but KB is still close to our heart. Then to entertain both, we call ourselves MRSM KBPC. So not many of you, go to two MRSM, except for me and probably Datuk Kamaru. We went to both MRSM KB and PC. So, and we graduated from both remarkable institutions. And I think the students from MRSM Alu Gajah, MRSM Parit, MRSM Mersing, MRSM Taiping, MRSM Sungai Besar, MRSM Pasir Salak, congratulations to you for making time to attend this program. I know you are busy students, you are Form 5 students, you have a lot of things to do, a lot of catching up to do, and probably some co-curricular activities as well. But thank you so very much for making time to be with us this morning. And I also would like to extend my deepest appreciation to panel members who will be with students later on today. Puan Rihana from Petronas, and Cik Ruzlan from Petronas, and Cik Nasrin from TMB. They are all Ansarians. And the moderator for the first session, President Ibrahim Khalil, now consultant, alumni of UNITEN, and Ansarian as well. So we are so very proud. MRSM over the country have produced so great people working in industry, in public sector, and private sector. But I would always say Datuk Kamarul is, when we talk about successful Ansarians, Datuk Kamarul will be the first name that I will mention. I'm so truly proud of him, his achievement. But what is more important is that I think the message that we want to put across is that you have to strive hard to become successful in your life, whether in business, in corporate sector, in public sector. You become entrepreneurs, you become lawyers or engineers, accountants. You got to strive hard to be successful. Success does not come easy, there is no shortcut to success. You got to work hard, you got to work smart. But when you are successful, you become millionaires or you become, name it, you name it, but don't forget to give back to society. So if you are from MRSM, we give back to MRSM. And Datuk Kamarul is exemplary in the sense that he gives back, not in a small way, but he gives back in a big way. Now a president of Ansara Malaysia, do give back his suggestions, his opinions, sometimes a lot of funds to support MRSM students. So he is a model for us to follow. And my apology, Dato', for mentioning this in front of you, but we do not have this occasion so often, only once in a while. So I might as well take the opportunity to highlight some of your achievements and the good things that you do for us all to emulate. So I was saying earlier on, thank you to the panel members. They are all successful Ansarians, working in industry, doing well. And the second panel session, I was informed, existing UNITEN students, but they are all Ansarians as well. Cik Nur Farah, Bachelor of Accounting, UNITEN. Cik Aina Athira, Bachelor of International Business, UNITEN Ansar from MRSM Parit. Cik Nur Farah, MRSM Alu Gajah. And Cik Zafar Muhammad Akif, Bachelor of Computer Science from MRSM Taiping. Vignesh Naidu, Bachelor Electrical Power Engineering from MRSM Basri. And Cik Shamil Al-Khattab Zulkifli, Foundation Accounting from MRSM Kota Putra, with penampilan istimewa Pak Arif, lecturer of UNITEN, has done a lot to support MRSM students and UNITEN students. So you are so fortunate. I'm sure you students participating this morning will learn a lot from this sharing session. I just would like to take a few more minutes, if I may, just to inform students now. You are Form 5 students in this MRSM, probably others who have joined online as well, not necessarily from the 6 MRSM, from other institutions. I think probably there are a few. I just would like to, I did mention earlier on, there's no shortcut to success. It's all, you got to work hard, you got to work smart. But you must remember that in your quest to get good results in SPM, in your quest to get degrees in universities, in your quest to build a good career, the journey may be challenging. Indeed, the journey is challenging, but the destination is so beautiful. The destination is so beautiful. Say your journey in MRSM, you have to work so hard to get your SPM certificates. Inshallah, it will be 9 A's or 8 A's at the least. But the destination is so beautiful. If you are in university, you got to work hard over 4 or 5 years. But the destination is so beautiful when you walk up the stage to receive your scroll from Chancellor, degree in accounting first class, degree in engineering first class, degree in computer science first class. The destination is so beautiful. When you work, you build a career. You started, it's so hard to become an engineer or accountant or computer scientist and so on. But along the way, after 5 or 10 years, you'll get promotion, become manager, senior manager, general manager. You become CEO like Datuk Kamarul. The destination is so very beautiful. But the journey is challenging. Don't look at the journey as the end by itself. No, it's just a journey. But you look at the destination that you're going to, and when you reach the destination, you feel that, oh wow, it's so very beautiful. But then probably there's another journey, there's another destination that you have to go through. So be committed, perform your best, and I'm sure you'll be very successful. Another thing is that I would like to quote here a very, very, I would always say this many times, but probably to different audience. We never lose in our struggle, we never lose. It is either we win or we learn. So I'm sure in things that you do at MRSM, UNITEN, in any endeavor, you never lose. It is not about losing. It is either you win, certainly you will win, certainly inshallah, or you learn. So when you learn, you reboot, you become a better person. So keep this in mind. Don't be dismayed or distracted. Once in a while you you fall down. Don't let it be the end. But it's not about losing. But you stand up, you walk again, and you will win, or you learn from the incidences. So I hope you take this something that you can take along today and keep in your mind. It's all about winning. It's about learning. It's not about losing. The journey is so challenging, but the destination is so very beautiful. At the end of the day, Datuk Kamarul was mentioning earlier on, you work hard, you do your best, but give back to society. So we want all of you to be successful SPM students now, you Form 5, but looking forward, I imagine, say 10 years or 20 years down the road, you'll become somebody. When you become somebody, give back to MRSM, give back to Mara, give back to society, give back to Malaysia, our beloved nation. So if we all have this spirit of now taking, learning, then we put in our vision, in our mind, that another 10 years, another 20 years, we will be the one who will give back to society. So we create a society, a very meaningful society of people may take one day, but will give back another day. You may take 1 ringgit today, you may give back 10 cents tomorrow, it doesn't matter, but giving back is important. You may take 1 ringgit today, you give back 1 ringgit tomorrow, doesn't matter. Giving back is important. But if you take 1 ringgit today, you give back 2 ringgit tomorrow, it is even better. But the spirit, the commitment, the willingness to give back is very important. And that is what we want to calculate among MRSM students. Whether you in Form 1 or whether you are in Form 5, you have to embed the spirit, the willingness, the realization that we will learn, we will take today, but we will give back tomorrow. So MRSM students are known to be very good students. You know why I say this? I am a council member of Mara. I'm given the task now to head Jatuh Pendidikan Mara. So Jatuh Pendidikan Mara, under my committee, all 51 MRSM plus 2 MRSM Bera, MRSM Bagan Datuk coming in June. So 53 MRSM. People applying to enter MRSM, about 80,000 to 100,000 every year. But those given places, MRSM only 7,000 plus, 7,800, the most 8,000. You know, there is only 10% successful rate. Meaning to say that those who are given the chance to study at MRSM, you are all brilliant students. We are not talking ordinary students, you are all brilliant students. You students who have the potential to be the very best, not only in Malaysia, but if you are to compete in the world, if we were to send you to Oxford and Cambridge, you will be the best, because that's you, that's your nature. Based on the statistic that I was quoting earlier on, 80 to 100,000 every year applying to enter MRSM, but only a small portion are given places at MRSM. You are so lucky, but what is important is that you are the best and the very best. So nothing can stop you to become successful. The sky is the limit. So I know you will do well in SPM. I know you'll do well in your endeavors in universities. I know you will do well in your career, but give back to society. One final thing, I also have to mention about UNITEN. Now that because I'm the BC of UNITEN, I'm from MRSM, I'm with Mara, but I'm with UNITEN. So I really hope, I'm so very proud of Aina, of Arif, of many others, Ansarians who are with me. You know. I don't consider you as my student. I consider you all as a part of me, with me. So they are all good students. When I look at them, you know, you can check their CGPA, you know. So I'm sure they are first class students, but they really work hard and become MPPs and hold presidency of club and societies, make things work. You know, you make things work wherever you are. You make things work, and they are making things work in UNITEN. Thank you very much. So those who are now at MRSM, which MRSM you are, maybe from the 6th MRSM or other MRSM, I truly hope that you look at the UNITEN as your option. You know why? UNITEN is the 5-star rated university in Malaysia in research and also institution. 5-star in Myra, in Stara, 5-star university. We are top, I would consider top 10 university in Malaysia in engineering, in computer science, and also in other fields. We are top 10. We are in certain areas, we are number 1 in the world. We are number 1 in the world in terms of percentage of highly cited papers publication in engineering. Number 1 in the world. So this is number one in Malaysia, number 1 in the world. Percentage of highly cited papers in engineering. So you come to UNITEN, the facilities is marvelous. We have sports complex, Olympic-sized swimming pool, accommodation. It's not accommodation, it's hotel-like students' apartment, because we want you to feel comfortable whilst you are in campus. 10 gig speed, internet speed. So do come to UNITEN. If you have opportunity, visit us. We have Tafiz kejuruteraan, Tafiz computer science, Tafiz perakaunan. We have arrays of programs, world-class programs. We have lecturers who are willing to have, we have facilities. Mara do provide scholarship, young talents program, tertiary education students program, TSP. You are doing postgraduate program, scholarship, and so on. So we have all those. But at the end of the day, why am I speaking here? Why is it that Datuk Kamaru spent his precious time to be with you? Because we love you. Second, we want you to be successful in education. Third, we want you to be successful in life. It's all about sharing. It's all about working together. It's all about guiding each other. If we were to work alone, it will be very incremental. You move one step at a time if you were to walk alone. But if we work together, we can leapfrog, and the sky is the limit. So thank you very much for making time to be with us this morning. To SPM students, all the best to you. Aina, Arif, and others, thank you so very much. I hope to see all of you in campus soon, including MRSM student. Dato Kamaru, thank you so very much. And the panel speakers and so on. Please convey my salam to all of them. Probably they are not yet in, but I truly appreciate their making time this morning. And may Allah bless our effort, and kita berserah dan berdoa selalu kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Mohon maaf jika ada salah silap dengan lafaz Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saya merasmikan program Patient Chasers Road After SPM 2021. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada Profesor Datuk Engineer Dr. Kamal Nasir Mustafa atas ucapan yang cukup bermakna itu tadi. Semoga dengan ucapan itu dapat menaikkan semangat para pelajar untuk terus berjaya dan seterusnya menyumbang semula kepada masyarakat di masa hadapan. Baiklah, hadirin sekalian, banyak keluk ke penarik, keluk tumbuh pohonku ini. Hai saudaraku nan elok bawalah balik, dan tak elok tinggallah di sini. Dengan berakhirnya ucapan peresmian itu tadi, maka berlabuhlah sudah tirai majlis peresmian kita pada pagi ini. Sebelum kita beralih kepada sesi seterusnya, elok kiranya kita merakam gambar sebagai kenang-kenangan. Untuk itu, saya minta jasa baik pelajar semua untuk membuka kamera bagi sesi bergambar. Okay, pelajar semua boleh buka kamera dia. Okey, saya nampak. Masih bagi masa untuk buka kamera dia masing-masing.
Wah, baru nampak semua muka-muka. Selamat pagi.
Pagi, Assalamualaikum.
Hi everyone. Thank you for coming. Okay, rakan teknikal, kita dah bersedia ke untuk sesi fotografi? Okay, semua senyum. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. Okay, semua tunjuk good.
Good.
Good, everyone.
Boleh.
1, 2, senyum. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Thank you everyone. Okay, Arif, teruskan.
Terima kasih kepada pelajar yang membuka kamera. Sekarang kita beralih pula ke agenda kita yang seterusnya, iaitu sesi perkongsian yang pastinya telah lama ditunggu oleh para pelajar. Kepada Profesor Datuk Engineer Dr. Kamal dan Datuk Kamarul, anda dijemput untuk turut menyertai sesi perkongsian kami yang pertama. Tetapi, jika anda mempunyai lain-lain urusan dan terpaksa beredar, tidak untuk menyempurnakan sesi ini, saya ingin menyerahkan nama, dipersilakan.
Thank you, Datuk Kamal. Thank you, Datuk Kamarul.
Thank you sudah datang pagi ini.
Thank you very much, Datuk. Assalamualaikum. I'll see you in UNITEN.
I gotta leave. Thank you very much. All the best to all the students and moderator. Terima kasih sekali.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Datuk Kamarul.
Thank you very much.
Okey,
Assalamualaikum.
salam. I boleh start Kita boleh start
Silakan.
untuk sesi pertama, our first session. Okay, alright. Terima kasih banyak kepada MC kita, Puan Pengerusi Majlis, Saudara Arif Fahmi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera kepada semua. Baik, sebelum kita memulakan sesi kita ni, kita nak tengok juga kita punya audience ni dari mana. Okay, so boleh tak kita nak minta bantuan rakan teknikal kita, organizer kita untuk menyediakan link kepada pencapaian ataupun link to mentimeter.com, okay, dalam ruangan chat di Zoom dan juga link di ruangan komen di YouTube live kita. Okay, dalam masa yang sama kita ada juga bersiaran secara live di YouTube Ansara Tepin. Okay, kepada anda yang turut menyertai di YouTube live Ansara Tepin. Okay, terima kasih kerana sudi untuk sertai program ini bersama-sama kita. Kita akan bersiaran sejak dari pukul 9 pagi tadi sehingga pukul 5 petang hari ini, insyaAllah. Okay, kita nak tahu anda dari sekolah mana? Which school are you from? So, masukkan kod menti.com anda, iaitu 61244206, 61244206, dan tuliskan anda dari sekolah mana. Okey, boleh kita tengok semua peserta untuk sertai kita punya sahaja nak tengok anda daripada sekolah mana. www.menti.com. Okay, www.menti.com, gunakan kod 61244206 dan nyatakan anda dari sekolah mana. Okey, kita baru ada nampak satu. Okey. Oh, kita ada MRSM Parit, MRSM Typing, MRSM Mersing. Lagi? Kita ada lagi tak? Okey, kita ada MRSM Malu Gajah. MRSM okey. Pasir Salak. Lagi? Kita ada MRSM mana? Oh, Typing, panjang G dia. Okey, kita ada, alright, so memang berkisar Typing, Alur Gajah, Mersing, Pasir Salak, Parit, okey. Ada bagi smiley lagi. Alright, MRSM AG, mantap. Okey. Our audience, boleh lagi, masukkan lagi. Oh, kita ada MRSM Berseri, MRSM Sungai Besar pun ada juga. Alright. Ramai, okey. MRSM PH, Pengkalan Hulu. Okey, MRSM Muar pun ada. Okey, sikit lagi. Mari. Okey, log on to www.menti.com dan gunakan kod 61244206. Okey, mantap semuanya. Terima kasih banyak sebab bagi kerjasama dan being very sporting, okey, untuk sertai aktiviti-aktiviti kita. MRSM Arau pun ada, okey. Alright, so terima kasih semua untuk sesi menti.com tu. Suka diingatkan kepada anda, ini adalah peringatan untuk our audience, okay, peserta adik-adik tingkatan 5 yang ataupun sama ada yang baru menjadi pelajar tingkatan 5 tahun ini 2021 ataupun generasi tingkatan 5 Pro Max SPM yang 2020. Suka diingatkan kepada anda untuk memastikan anda untuk sertai slido.com kita juga, sli.do.com, untuk anda masukkan apa-apa saja soalan berkaitan sesi kita yang pertama ini. Sepanjang sesi ini bermula sekarang pun dah boleh dah start up kita punya up anda punya soalan, okay, ke dalam slido.com dan kita akan saya akan moderate soalan di sana dan kita akan pilih pada penghujung sesi satu ini kita akan ada sesi bersoal jawab Q&A session yang mana kita akan pilih top 10 question yang mungkin relevan untuk ditanyakan kepada kita punya panelis nanti. Dan juga diingatkan kepada semua partisipan untuk terus kekal bersama kita sepanjang sesi ini dan juga sesi kedua nanti sebelah petang. Dan bantu kita untuk fill the feedback form untuk anda dapatkan digital certificate bagi program Passion Chasers 2021. Okey, dan juga diingatkan kepada partisipan juga pada penghujung setiap sesi, sama ada sesi 1 ataupun sesi 2 nanti kita akan ada games, okey, Kahoot, yang mana anda berpeluang untuk memenangi hadiah yang menarik dari program Passion Chasers. Baik, sekali lagi saya ingin mengingatkan kepada peserta untuk memastikan mikrofon anda sentiasa berada dalam keadaan senyap sepanjang majlis ini berlangsung. Pertama sekali, setinggi-tinggi terima kasih diucapkan kepada rakan strategik kami iaitu TNF Energy Senaran Berhad, UNITEN Alumni Association UAA, Ansara Cawangan Taiping ataupun TPIN, Kelab Alumni MRSM Parit, serta Unit Perkhidmatan Bimbingan dan Kaunseling MRSM atas kerjasama dan sumbangan untuk menjayakan program Passion Chasers 2021. Okey, Alhamdulillah pada hari yang berbahagia ni kita berpeluang untuk bersama-sama dalam program Passion Chasers 2021 yang dianjurkan oleh Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar MPP UNITEN. Okey, saya Ibrahim Khalil sebagai moderator anda bagi sesi perkongsian pertama yang bertajuk Chartering Your Roadmap. Okay, so pada sesi ini kita akan bersama-sama dengan 3 panel dari industri yang juga akan berkongsi tentang apakah yang kita nak, pelajar-pelajar ni boleh dapat tahu apa tentang career prospect, okay, dan juga industry insights daripada ketiga-tiga panel kita. Berbincang tentang hala tuju selepas SPM yang merupakan suatu fasa yang sangat penting as it is considered as your golden years Okay, every choice that you make in university must have a good reason. Okay, must have a reason. Tak semestinya good lah. You have a reason. Okay, and most of the time it is closely associated to the phase after university, which is the career world. Okay, mungkin para pelajar rasa macam alam pekerjaan itu tidak relevan lagi buat masa sekarang atau masih jauh lagi, tetapi sebenarnya mulai sekarang lah anda semua dah boleh dapat gambaran secara kasar tentang bagaimana perjalanan anda dari universiti sehingga ke alam pekerjaan nanti. So you know the direction that you are going to. Okay, so jadi bersama-sama saya pada hari ini terdapat 3 panel yang juga merupakan bekas pelajar MRSM dan merupakan alumni UNITEN untuk berkongsikan sedikit sebanyak ilmu dan pengalaman mereka untuk membantu para pelajar build your own roadmap. Okay, kita punya sesi santai-santai. Okay, saya perkenalkan ahli panel kita yang pertama. Okay, Mr. Muhammad Ruzlan bin Osman, Head HSC Group Research and Technology GRNT Petronas Research Sdn Bhd, UNITEN Alumni Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering 2002, Ansara Taiping 1996. Apa khabar Encik Ruzlan?
Sihat, baik. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So next, our second speaker is Miss Rihana Haryanti binti Muhammad Ramli, Head Group Tax Petronas, UNITEN Alumni Bachelor of Accounting 2002, Ansara Taiping 1995. Apa khabar Puan Rihana?
Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, all right. So our third panelist kita, which is Mr. Nasrin bin Abang Omar, Head Cyber Security Department Petronas, UNITEN Alumni Bachelor of Information Technology 2002, Ansara MUA 1997. Apa khabar Encik Nasrin?
Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum semua. Good morning.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you for joining us. Okay, baik. Kita teruskan kepada pusingan kita yang pertama. Kita akan ada beberapa pusingan lah. So untuk pusingan pertama ni, sebagai pembuka tirai perkongsian, okay, saya ingin menjemputlah setiap panel untuk memperkenalkan diri secara ringkas lah daripada journey daripada MRSM sampailah ke kerjaya sekarang secara ringkas. Sebab kalau kita nak cerita panjang-panjang nanti takut tak cukup masa. Kita ada 1 jam, kurang daripada 1 jam je sebenarnya. So what kind of student you were back then and what did you like to be involved in sewaktu daripada perjalanan MRSM sampai ke kerjaya sekarang. So kita boleh mulakan dengan Cik Ruzlan.
Yeah, thank you, Aim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everybody. Welcome to this event. Thank you for inviting me as well. I feel very honoured lah to be here with all of you. Boleh cakap cabur-cabur Boleh Aim?
Boleh.
So the question was apa? My journey from MRSM sampai UNITEN sampai jalan kerja
Sampai kerja.
Sampai kerja So short way itulah dekat MRSM ni basically I was like a happening person lah. Because I was like a social guy, because my background pun memang daripada dulu kita memang suka enjoy. So even from a small pun I from school I sekolah dekat UK, I daripada US, UK, and then I masuk KGB in Seremban. So I was based in Seremban, and I masuk MRSM lah after that. So I was the type of person yang suka bersosial lah. I like to make friends, and even though like it was very how should I say terperanjat jugalah bila masuk MRSM tu, because masa sekolah dulu kita main-main kan. Lepas tu tiba-tiba dapat masuk pula MRSM, because you know actually MRSM typing tu I tak pernah choose tau. Basically the top 3 that I chose was Kuantan. It was like semua yang dekat island, balik pulau, semua yang dekat-dekat laut, because I'm the person who likes to go swimming and everything. So bila dapat MRSM typing, I was like, oh, MRSM typing tak minta ni, but tak apa, alhamdulillah, just go, because I wanted to go MRSM anyways. So then after SPM, basically it was fun lah. It was fun. I think MRSM was the best time ever lah, because you meet a lot of people. And then you masuk UNITEN, you meet a lot of people as well. So I'm the person who likes to be around people lah, actually. So hence that's why I chose career wise pun masuk. I was in operations, I was in design, I was in everything lah. So basically from UNITEN, lepas tu I masuk kerja. I started off with Selama J. my first job was with Schlumberger in Saudi Arabia. Lepas tu, I move about and then I masuk Henkel Technologies. So I was based here, based in Australia. And then after the current economy yang masa automotive down tu, so I chose to go into Petronas. Basically masa I masuk Petronas pun I wanted to join motorsports. but then back then it was already like a branding punya tempat. So it was like my passion was like design Formula One engines and stuff. So tapi tak apa, but that's me lah. Along the way I choose a different kind of path, and hopefully for the students yang ni be strong lah, and don't worry too much. Just follow the flow. Itu je I can say.
Alright, thank you so much. So tak dapat MRSM yang dipilih 3 MRSM dekat dengan pantai ataupun laut tu. Dapatkan MRSM Taiping, tempat yang paling lembap di Malaysia. Dan kita ada sungai juga, okey, kat belakang. Belakang so mungkin antara orang-orang yang selalu berada di sungai ke?
Ya, betul. Boleh jadi, memang betul.
Alright, okay, thank you so much Encik Ruzlan atas sedikit perkongsian tentang pengenalan diri itu. So kita beralih ke Miss Rihanna kita. So kita nak tanyalah, kita nak tahu sedikit tentang Miss Rihanna. Boleh ceritakan tentang pengalaman ataupun perjalanan daripada MRSM ke Kerjaya sekarang secara ringkas. Dipersilakan.
Thanks, Baim. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to everyone. Coming after Ruzlan seems to be, anticlimactic kind of situation. So, MRSM was a journey that I did not expect to happen. Kenapa was because I'm the only girl in the family. So kira anak mak, anak ayah, manja gila. So that whole journey of going to sekolah asrama ke ataupun MRSM ke memang was not there. But at the same time, I was also the person yang if orang ni boleh apply and dapat, definitely I can apply and dapat. And I was that kind of person, and I was motivated, with your peers. Effectively, sometimes your peers have an influence to the actions that you do. I would think, Alhamdulillah, the step that you take, right? Whatever step yang you ambil, if you take it well and you basically put yourself into it, things will insyaAllah go well. So MRSM was, macam Ruzlan kata, was an eye-opener. Someone yang tak pernah keluar rumah, anak mak, anak ayah, suddenly got thrown into this situation, and it really gave you that solid education, bukan saja from a formal education, but also from an informal education. I think that's the most important thing. Because kadang-kadang MRSM kita fikir, belajar, SPM, right? Then we forget about the other learnings that we get. Your friends, macam Ruzlan was saying, your environment, the people that you interact with. To me, that was super important. I was like a lot of you. I didn't know what to do. I initially thought I wanted to be a lawyer. But, again, at that juncture, you're like, But I also wanted to go to overseas and study in UK like the others. So macam, kalau lawyer ni kena belajar kat Malaysia lah, cik. Oh, okay. Then tak apalah, kita buat accounting. So that's how my so-called career has been, right? And then that's how suddenly, I saw myself in UNITEN, and itu pun because of the economic downturn in 97. So UNITEN wasn't my first choice. It was a choice given to me. It's like Mara kata, you either pergi UNITEN atau you tak belajar lah. So macam, okay, so I needed to still take the opportunities that were given. And when you go to UNITEN, even being a university that wasn't your choice, but it gave you that education that you needed to be that first step before you enter that career life that you wanted, right? And I think that basically helped a lot in regards to both, from MRSM to UNITEN lah. So I mean that's roughly how I see my school days and my university days lah. Baik.
Okay, so okay, dari UNITEN tu sendiri, bagaimana perjalanan sehingga ke kerjaya sekarang secara ringkas?
If I tell you the story, no one really believes me. And again, I think it has always been the theme of my whole life, right? Daripada MRSM, just seeing that, oh, I tak nak masuk pun, tapi I tengok orang lain apply, I think I can do it. Once I go into it, I put 110% of myself into it. The same with the university. As far as career is concerned, I graduated in Bachelor of Accounting, and when I was those in university, one of the subjects is audit. So I had this audit lecturer. I don't think the lecturer is there anymore. So thank God. The lecturer was an Indian expatriate. I really did not like the subject. I really, really did not like the subject. So I told myself that when I come out from university, I will never ever go into audit, nor accounting. Tapi I had a Bachelor of Accounting. So you were like, what do you do? Right? So I started off applying work and everything. And then again, peers kan? So you tengok, oh, orang ni tak graduate lagi, dia dah dapat kerja dengan PwC lah. So, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte, Anderson, and everything, if you're an accountant, those are the places that you want to be in the start of your career. So you're like, definitely I can also get a job there. What does she have that I don't have, right? So I did that, again, peer pressure, and putting myself again that 110% into the path that I had already chosen, right? And taxation again was not a niche that I wanted to choose, but I think sometimes you have to make choices in life, which is all about once a choice is made, you need to be able to try and stick to the choice and again put yourself into that choice and make it into a passion, right? So I think so that's how the career part is. And I've been in a few organizations. So I started with Arthur Andersen. I've been with Ernst & Young, Bosted Holdings. I was with ExxonMobil before Petronas came and asked me whether I would be interested to start the tax department at Petronas. So Alhamdulillah, here I am.
Alhamdulillah. So berdasarkan cerita Miss Rihanna sendiri, saya dapat dua perkara lah. Yang pertama, peer pressure tu kadang-kadang positif juga. Okay, so bergantung kepada macam mana kita sebagai individu mengambil ataupun memandang peer pressure tu. Tapi bergantunglah juga peer pressure yang macam mana. So itu yang pertama. Yang kedua, yang saya nampak sebenarnya UNITEN sebenarnya yang memilih Miss Rihanna. Bukannya macam the only choice that was given. Okay, so okay, memang kalau kita tengok our three panelists ni sebenarnya graduate within the same year, okay, 2002. So I would say that mereka sebenarnya adalah team yang UNITEN memilih mereka sebagai among the pioneers of our batches dekat UNITEN. Okay, alright. So kita beralih ke our speaker, Mr. Nasrin, untuk share a bit tentang you punya perjalanan dari MRSM MUA sendiri ke kerjaya sekarang.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Thank you, Baim. Good morning semua. Okay. kenapa MRSM? So initially I was from a boys' school in Petaling Jaya lah, in PJ. So to have a idea of going to MRSM tu memang tak pernah ada lah. So the idea came from my late grandfather. He challenged me and said that I don't think you can survive asrama if you were to go to asrama. So that basically triggered me lah, because initially I was quite worried if I were to go to asrama, then I'm gonna miss my favorite sports. I played go-kart and I played skateboard. So those two are something yang for me won't be available in asrama or any other schools lah. Then with that challenge, so I started to apply for MISM and thank God, alhamdulillah dapat MISM MUA. I tak ingat I choose MUA ke tak, tapi that was the one yang I dapat lah. So with the challenge and with the anticipation of going to asrama tu, and I think over the years, I think that is one of the best choice I've ever made lah. To go to asrama, experience MRSM itself, where you meet macam Ruslan and also Miss Rihanna cakap lah, where you meet orang-orang yang lain and ramai, become friends. And to tell you the truth, currently among my best friend I'm still with, I'm still contacting is my MISM friends. So I'm very close with MISM friends, and the bond that we created during MISM was really, really great. Even sharing in terms of your knowledge, sharing in terms of your career, sharing in terms of your family life, everything together with the MISM friends. And how, what was the question again? How from MISM to career? Okay. Then MRSM to UNITEN, I think similar to the other speakers, we don't really have much choice. Our intention earlier, for me, I was asked and I was given a choice to go for medic overseas, but then the scholarship wasn't there, so we opted not to go. So my interest was always in aeronautical engineering, because my ambition dari kecil was to work with NASA. Tapi unfortunately, aeronautical was not available during my time, and the next best thing yang I like and I suka masa tu was artificial intelligence, and pun tak ada, so next close to it was computer science lah. So I was introduced to UNITEN initially when I look into the options to go to university. I look into the subjects that being offered within the course itself, and UNITEN offered quite a very technical programming courses. Although the name back then was Bachelor of IT, but the subject itself was more onto computer science. If you look into the details, we also were taught on engineering stuff. Not many universities did that. So that's how I like the subjects, and also they were offered from TNB for scholarship. So I took it lah. Hence, habis UNITEN in 2002, and then I can't go anywhere else because I was bonded with TNB, with Tenaga. So 7 years bonded with Tenaga, then I decided to stay lah. Although I got several offers from other MNCs, but after discussion with families and after some discussion with others as well, so I decided to stay with TNB. I think that's what yang berbeza dengan the rest of other panel lah, because they went into several MNCs, then to Petronas. I've been with TNB for so long, since graduate. What question yang on what was how was I during my student years? I was very active since I tak dapat play my sports in MRSM, so I play other sports. So I took football, so I represent MUA for football, and we won second place in this district tournament. I played handball. I also involved in Tunas Scientist. It is still there in MRSM. And during that time, there's also, for Southern MRSM, there was this study-thon. It was a game where you compete in terms of your marks for each subject. I represent MRSM MUA for chemistry at that time. So we compete against MRSM, the Southern MRSM, and to see whether you okay ke tak lah, and to whether you win ke tak. That's how I keep myself busy in MRSM lah, in order to, and then that carry a lot of positive things as well, because that built how you are today lah. I think itu saja kan, Baim? Ada lagi soalan ni?
Okay, nanti kita ada banyak lagi sesi. Alright, so sangat menarik sebabnya saya rasa macam student-student MRSM ni kalau macam lah yang diperkatakan, even saya sendiri mengalaminya kalau kat MRSM Taiping tu, sebab saya MRSM Taiping SPM 2007, so memanglah seperti yang dikatakan oleh orang, budak-budak MRSM ni asyik berkepit dengan buku, tapi bila kita tengok aja sekali kita punya panelis kita 3 orang ni, diorang ni sebenarnya kompetitif jugalah. Kompetitif dari segi okay, macam Encik Nasrin ni cakap dia into sports dan dia join banyak aktiviti, dan saya percaya Encik Ruzlan yang very social people ni very sangat aktif juga dengan program-program dekat MRSM, dan even terbaru-baru sampai masuk ke UNITEN dan sampai ke waktu kerja juga, sama juga dengan Miss Rihanna kita. So sebelum kita nak bertanya soalan seterusnya, saya nak maklumkan kepada participants kita, audience kita, sama ada di Zoom ataupun di Facebook Live, untuk log on to www.sli.do, sli.do, dan masukkan kod session pertama kita iaitu 20635 dan masukkan semua soalan-soalan yang anda nak tanya kepada panelis kita. Okey, apa-apa saja soalan berkaitan mungkin yalah macam mana mereka memilih, nak kata memilih universiti tak boleh sebabnya mereka sudah universiti yang pilih mereka. Betul. Okay, alright. So apa-apa saja soalan berkaitan industri ke, dan juga apa-apa saja expectation tentang prospek kerjaya, boleh tanya di www.sli.do dan masukkan kod session kita 20635. So boleh tengok pada ruangan chat ataupun komen di YouTube Live, okay, untuk tengok apakah link dan juga kod session kita. Okey, berbalik kepada soalan kita. Saya nak suka dengan apa yang Encik Nasrin cakap tadi tentang education program. So dia ada sentuh sikit. So kita nak tanyalah, bila cakap tentang education, sebab Encik Nasrin cakap tentang silibus ataupun program content di UNITEN untuk IT tu, dia lebih menarik untuk Encik Nasrin. So kita nak tanya panel kita tentang what is actually the standard yang mereka rasakan, the standard of education dekat UNITEN. Adakah standard of education yang mereka terima di UNITEN ini membantu mereka untuk bekerja ataupun serve to the industry. Dan untuk makluman semua audience, program di UNITEN ini diadaptasi daripada program IUPUI, Indiana University, Purdue University, US. So our pioneers, Miss Rihanna, Mr. Ruzlan dengan Mr. Nasrin, mungkin your batches ada masih ada tenaga pengajar yang dari luar, macam Miss Rihanna sendiri cakap, your lecturer direct from expat kan, from India. So kita nak tanyalah, kita start dengan Mr. Ruzlan. What do you think of our education dekat UNITEN?
Okay, dia dekat UNITEN tu, because masa zaman I dulu tu was like 1998 sampai 2002 tu, basically it's a more of a mixed education tau. Ramai expat macam Rihanna cakap tadi tu. Kita ada macam-macam lah, macam belajar mechanics of material, semua orang lain-lain lah, semua daripada India. And kita ada fluid dynamics, I think sekarang Dr. Zamli masih professor kan? Ya, ada fluid dynamics, CFD kita. So benda-benda, I think even at that time also it was very good lah, because the education system they very structured, because you already have programs and everything. So kita as a student tu, kita just cuma pergi and belajar, and basically it's not all about subjects tau sebenarnya. It's actually you as an individual sebenarnya. Kalau you rasa macam you nak belajar at that time and then you really focus, you can gain everything. You can get all the knowledge you want. Macam even from at my time tu, I memang bila masa lepas MRSM tu masuk apa? Kita masuk YPM, kita masuk UNITEN kan, tak boleh fly semua. So we were our mind dah macam tak apalah, kita buat the best, and that time UNITEN was like new, and it was a place yang macam best sangat lah, because you get all the people around, your networking, your social activities, macam-macam benda lah kita orang buat. But the whole thing, the education system at that time, I rasa was good lah, because it brings you, sebab banyak practical, banyak lab works, and also the teachers. Dia sebenarnya, kalau if you as an individual, if you nak belajar, no problem. Betul. If you nak belajar, you go to the classes, you concentrate, you focus, you buat homework, bila you balik, and then enjoy lah. Kan? It's not like belajar terus tau. It's not like you go there and belajar, you won't gain anything. Nanti dia jadi tepu tau. So you must balance up. You must macam Nasrin cakap tadi, you must go to sports. So I pun macam petang kita orang, because I duduk kat campus. That first semester pun duduk campus. Saja memang nak duduk campus sebab dah biasa duduk kat Malaysia yang ramai-ramai. So kita mesti kena duduk campus, lepak, petang main bola. And then join lah. Banyak-banyak aktiviti. Masa tu ada kembara. So make it worthwhile lah. So for macam MRSM student yang masuk UNITEN pun, make it worthwhile. Join whatever activities yang ada kat situ, socialize, make sure it's fun. It builds your character and it builds the personal inside of you. So jangan macam, sebab I nampak jugalah, because ada juga people yang duduk sekelompok, geng masing-masing kan. But for me, my time memang I kawan dengan semua orang. So I have like different friends yang suka different benda tau. You have the happening ones, you have the study ones, and then you have the sports one. So I try to mix around a lot, and those are the things that builds your character lah. So macam subject tu it's not so much a subject, but the things that you do to assimilate in that environment will make you the person that who you are.
So the key is you yourself and mind setting. Betul tak?
Betul.
Okay, alright, good, mantap. So macam Miss Rihanna sendiri, mungkin ada nak tambah, ada nak kongsi tentang apa you punya personal view on accounting punya program education dekat UNITEN sendiri.
I think the main thing was also the method of communication, the language, right? And I mean, yes, bahasa Malaysia sebagai bahasa kebangsaan is still important as part of jati diri rakyat Malaysia, right? Totally agree, right? But at the same time, kan, with what you have and competing with people, when you come out from the university, you realize apart from the education that was given, was the language and method of communication that was used during that education process. Sebab it made the transition, because when bila kita dah masuk alam pekerjaan tu, you are now one in thousands of people trying to get a particular position, kan? And you would have a lot of people competing. So how do you make yourself at the very least at par or menonjol when you compare to the others? And what I thought which was very useful was very much the language, because the language that was used, and like Ruslan kata, it was practical. The language that you guna bukannya language yang just theory and academic, but it also helped you, at the very least 50-50, knowing that bila you keluar, this is also going to be the language that you're going to be used when interacting. Katalah you macam I'm in Bachelor of Accounting kan, so you punya jargons dia is different. Kalau setakat just in the book versus benda yang you communicate with the people who are in the career, I think it's the same. Engineering is the same, IT is the same. So pada that was the biggest thing that I felt, helped in at least setting ourselves up to that journey that we wanted to go to. kan? Sebab macam tadi the VC kata kan, the journey is challenging, but once you reach the destination, it is very sweet indeed. So it helped us, the education that we got and the way it was taught helped us to basically set that journey towards the destination that we wanted to go to lah. So yeah, I thought that was what at least I got from UNITEN. Very good indeed.
So saya nampak the main thing lah, the key lah is communication lah. Communication means yang digunakan di UNITEN dan bagaimana ia membantu untuk kita confident dan berada boleh kata sama tinggi ataupun lebih tinggi di pasaran graduan selepas habis belajar tu kan. So okay, menarik, sangat menarik. So kita first tu setting and then kita ada communication. So mungkin Mr. Nasrin ada tambahan tentang education wise di UNITEN based on your personal experience.
I pun nak cakap benda yang sama lah sebenarnya. It's about, I think one of the best thing in UNITEN is about the language, the medium being used. It's English, makes you easier for you to go into your work life later. Especially when you go for MNCs or even now TNB. The medium is always in English, although Bahasa Melayu is very important, but the English is really important for you to communicate and for you to be successful in your life lah. So, but or else if you can't speak well, if you can't write well, so there will be some issues with you and in your career later on, because in any kind of promotion or any kind of need, people will look into interviews, and interviews will be conducted in English, and people will look into your reports and your presentations, and everything will be conducted in English. So among the most important thing I've learned in UNITEN is to do presentation in English, to do writing reports in English, communication in English. And you kind of like dalam UNITEN, you kind of like being forced to speak in English because some of your lecturers are not local. So in IT, there were several of them yang memang ada yang from, that time ada one from US and ada yang mostly from Middle East. So they can't speak Malay. So you memang being forced lah, you nak tanya dia soalan, nak tanya soalan dalam bahasa Melayu pun tak boleh because they won't understand. So in a way, it's a very good culture, it's a very good environment that makes you, force you to speak English to some people yang memang English is not the medium before UNITEN lah. And it's very different from UNITEN, from MRSM, because we speak bahasa everything in MRSM kan. Only during the bahasa week, English week, and we speak English. The rest semua bahasa aja. The rest, other than that, standards in UNITEN for me is very high in terms of standard, because kalau tengok CGPA, I think the best in IT last time was only 3.56 or 3.57. That's the highest. Nobody gets 3.7 or nobody gets 3.9 or 4 flat masa my time lah. So very hard for you to get 3-pointer at that point of time. Speaking of that, and then other than subjects, other than yang I cakap tadi, all that very technical subject that UNITEN produce, I think the one thing that I remember yang good thing about UNITEN is the UNITEN Cup, where you play football among your friends and against others lah. So that was one of the most memorable thing dalam UNITEN, and I think that carry a lot, because it's not just about playing football masa tu. It's about building your network. There you get to know people from other group of friends that you never even interact kalau you tak main bola at that point of time lah. So I think it's not just subject, it's your social life in UNITEN. I think the standards are very good. Being one thing good, another thing is being in KL, so you have access to all the facilities in KL, and facilities in UNITEN are really good as well. So standards are good.
Alright, so thank you. So saya dapat dua benda. Okay, saya dah analyse je apa yang saya boleh dapat. So yang saya dapat ialah number one is our education is world class education, and no doubt, dan memang kita menyediakan our graduan untuk keperluan industri. Dan yang kedua is UNITEN juga adalah tempat yang saya rasa ialah dia membantu you guys untuk membantu kita semua untuk membuat networking. Okay, yang mana bila kita dah start alam pekerjaan, networking is not an alien thing untuk kita biasakan. Alright, so kita akan move to something that is more deeper, which is we would like to know the day-to-day activities as somebody yang you bekerja sebagai head of GRNT, head of group tax, head of cyber security. So kita nak tahu sebenarnya apakah yang you buat hari ke hari. So apa sebenarnya fungsi kerja you. So kita nak tahu supaya orang pelajar-pelajar atau audience kita lebih faham. Oh, sebenarnya kerja ini macam ni. Okey, dan ada wujudnya pekerjaan ni. Okey, boleh kita mulakan dengan Mr. Ruzlan.
Oh, susah soalan tu. Okay, Main and the rest. Day-to-day activity. Agak susah soalan tu, Main. So basically macam my current is basically looking maknanya taking care of the health, safety, environment, security of the whole facilities lah. Basically macam PRSB is the world's center of R&D center dekat the whole Petronas. So kita dekat mana sebelah UNITEN je sebenarnya, but it's located at 32 acres of land. So we have like labs and everything, and the engineering places where kita buat eksperimen, and also kalau perasan tu yang Formula 1 tu, Formula 1 yang kita selalu dah berapa kali menang tu, kita buat kat situ lah dia punya fluid. Also macam robotics now because the world is moving towards digitalization and robotics, so kita banyak buat all the tests dekat situ lah. Kita buat drone activities, kita buat surveillance. So my role is to look into all these projects, macam even for offshore punya facilities. So my role is to make sure that whatever that comes out from here, when it goes to overseas ataupun dekat in our assets, it's basically the risk has been addressed at a lower level lah. So each time for all this experiment, they have to go to all these checklists and have to see how we reduce the risk, so that when we market it outside, it's all safe to be used throughout the whole world. Dekat Malaysia, dekat Terengganu, dekat Sabah, dekat Sarawak, dekat kita punya plant dekat Iraq, dekat Turkmenistan. So these are the things that I look into lah on a day-to-day basis, and not to mention that, not to forget the maintaining that facility itself to be at a lab level lah, as low as reasonable practical lah. So basically the risk level for everyone to be in there is safe. So kita ada about like under me is like 500 staff lah. So kita tengok lah all these places in the whole Petronas research ni. So that's the day-to-day activity lah. So it's pretty much macam tu on a day-to-day basis. So once in a while when we also try to learn with others juga lah. So kita dengan Shell. So one of the things that I do as well is to do collaborations dengan Shell in Netherlands, and also kita try to learn from them lah. And from Exxon, the benchmarking exercise tu setiap akan ada, because benda yang kita buat ni dia takkan last forever tau. Everything must to sustain it is going to be very difficult. So you must be like it's ever changing. Okay, so the way you think dekat situ is beyond the box. Kan selalu kita cakap think outside of the box kan. So the way you have to think now is beyond boxes. There's no boxes, there's no limitation. So you must be able to throw out all these ideas and actually do it in such a way that it will give benefit and add value to future lah. Itulah benda-benda dia yang I buat hari-hari tu.
Okay.
So tapi for you guys yang SPM kan, for belajar, don't worry too much. It's all in you. Okay, so you must find a passion that you like. Okay, it's not just following people. Okay, orang cakap benda ni, buat benda ni, follow. You must find something yang you like the most and you enjoy, so that you will love it forever. Even for me kan, macam sekarang pun, my career changes a lot now. So daripada I buat design, daripada buat operation, daripada buat well services, daripada buat drilling, Sampai sekarang ni, sampai even sekarang I'm still learning day-to-day activity. So don't worry too much. You will even though dah lama kerja pun, you will still be learning. Who knows, in the future pun mungkin I do something else. It's not HSC anymore. Mungkin I tolong another company kan. Who knows? So for you guys yang sudah tu, relax, just follow the flow, but find your passion. Find your passion, what you like. If you love that things that you do, you will like be happy like forever. You tak kisah pun dapat duit sikit ke apa. You when you buat kerja tu, you love it, the money comes. Don't worry. So be passionate about what you do and just like it lah. That's like that's what I do lah in my day-to-day activity. Just go follow the flow and love it.
Banyak kata kunci yang kita boleh dapat daripada perkongsian Cik Ruzlan ni. Antaranya ialah find your passions, buat perkara yang you suka. Okay, so itu mungkin akan ada yang audience kita akan tanya, macam mana kalau macam kebanyakan ialah kalau kita macam saya dulu pun, saya masuk UNITEN. Okay, buat electrical power engineering bukan atas sebab yang saya nak, tapi dia sebab saya mengikut kehendak my parents. So itu antara perkara-perkara yang mungkin akan ditanya oleh our audience. Tak apa, nanti kita akan cuba tengok soalan-soalan yang akan disenaraikan nanti. So antara kata kunci lain yang dikongsikan oleh Encik Ruzlan adalah change is the only constant. So kita akan kerap berubah. Okay, macam sekarang ni pun dalam suasana COVID-19, so kita dipaksa, macam apa yang Encik Nasrin cakap tadi, we are being forced to change. We are being forced to accept things, to adopt, to adapt. Okay, so kita beralih ke Miss Rihanna pula. So what do you do on your day-to-day activity?
Well, I have a boring job lah. Not as interesting as Ruzlan lah. So I am currently the head of tax for Petronas. So that's the entire Petronas group. We take care of about 250 companies across the globe, both Malaysia and whatever locations that Petronas has. Right now we're about lebih kurang more than 70 negara di luar Malaysia. So my main responsibility is basically making sure that either the compliance activities or anything pertaining to cukai yang perlu dibayar atau tak perlu dibayar oleh Petronas is basically taken care of. That's my main responsibility. Of course, being a national oil company and owned by Malaysia, we also have certain responsibility and amanah kepada negara. So we also help and support the Malaysian government in terms of either consultations, review or drafting of legislations, those kind of things lah. Very much behind the scene kind of thing. Hanya orang nampak bila nak kena bayar cukai, nak kena call kita lah. So but that's our main to main activity. We have about 250 odd people reporting, and again, it's all about making sure that whatever obligations that we have to do when it comes to percukaian, and making sure that we follow the laws and regulations, that's where I come in to basically provide that steer and guidance lah. So that's why not as happening as Ruzlan just now lah. My discussions are with people yang in normal circumstances you wouldn't want to meet anyway, kan? Siapalah nak jumpa lembaga hasil, kan? Tapi orang yang saya kena jumpa setiap hari ni lembaga hasil lah. Yeah, so that's what I do. You're on mute, Baim.
Oh sorry, memang terus different views sebabnya macam Mr. Ruzlan sendiri tadi dia daripada engineering and then sekarang dia fokus kepada HSE which is nak menjaga persekitaran yang selamat untuk semua untuk bekerja dan sebagainya. So sekarang bila masuk pada Puan Rihanna, kita fokus kepada percukaian yang memang bila kita dah masuk bekerja tak boleh lari daripada percukaian. So semua orang akan cukai ni sangat penting lah untuk pembangunan negara dan sebagainya, betul kan? So
The only thing that is certain in life is death and taxes. So there's only two things yang memang akan berlaku. So kita mesti akan mati dan kita mesti akan bayar cukai. Dua je.
Okay. Alright.
Betul.
Okay, menarik. Alright. So next kita nak beralih ke ni kumpulan cyber lah ni, IT punya team ni. So kita nak tahu apa yang our cyber security head of TNB buat on day-to-day basis ni. So boleh ceritakan Encik Nasrin.
Okay. Tak sure my work ni interesting ke, boring ke. Tapi there's my work dia macam you nampak yang Pak Gad tu lah. So we are the Pak Gad in digital space lah. In a way. Okay, on daily basis, there's quite a number of things to do lah. Most of the time, I punya task is to prepare for a report and to present to the board of TNB lah. Because my role is head of cyber security for TNB Group. So kita jaga the whole TNB and its subsidiaries, local and overseas. Ada yang dekat Saudi, ada yang dekat UK, and ada yang dekat Kuwait and other countries as well lah. So in short, my task is to ensure that Malaysia tak ada blackout because of cyber attack. Because what has happened in Ukraine in 2015, there was an attack there was a cyber attack attacking their plant, and hence as a result, they punya nationwide blackout for 6 hours. So we don't want that to happen in Malaysia. And recently, there was one incident happened in South Africa, and also there's a small part of UK. So we don't want that to happen. So if that happens, so it's my head lah to be chopped. So on day to day, I govern also. I look into strategy. I look into the tactical of how we're going to improve our cybersecurity posture in TNB. So there's quite a number of things to do. Macam kalau you biasa dengar patches, it looks like simple thing dekat our software, tapi for cybersecurity is a major thing lah. Kalau you tak install patch, you tak boleh masuk here and there. And for example, macam Zoom ni in TNB kita haramkan, so memang normally tak boleh guna Zoom lah because there are some security issues with Zoom. Tapi kalau dekat rumah, then we allow it for you to use lah. So there are quite a number of things that I report to the board, especially on security posture, whether or not soalan daripada board will be simple je lah, whether TNB is secure ke tak, whether our network is secure ke tak, our data center secure ke tak, our power plant secure ke tak, ada tak attack jadi recently, how do we mitigate the risk of cyber attack dekat kita punya email. So there's quite number of matrices that I need to report to the board on weekly basis, formal and informal lah. Besides that, it's very interesting kalau you tengok CSI, you nampak yang screen banyak-banyak, lepas tu you nampak yang they swipe tu. So that is something that we have in TNB. We monitoring our environment and our situation 24/7. And also we do have cybersecurity intelligence. We monitor the dark web, kalau siapa-siapa aware of that, where internet is just 10% and the rest are all in dark web. So kalau you browse, you will never see all the dark web punya things lah. So that's where all these criminals and all these orang-orang jahat buat dia punya activities. So we monitor anything that happen for TNB dalam tu, because normally they plan for attack dalam tu. There's some discussion macam currently our threat is the North Korean punya incident where kita halau the North Korean punya diplomat. So then they threat us with the cyber attack. So that is something that is happening. We can see that quite a number of threats coming in. It's real. And as we know, North Korea is a very strong in that space. So we were quite overwhelmed juga lah with such incidents. And kalau you pernah tengok yang Indonesian try to attack kita punya government, so when that happened, so kita at my level, at my team, we will need to enhance our security, and most of the time tak tidur lah sebab nak tengok benda-benda tu kan. So we need to react quick, because any slight lambat in terms of our mitigation, so it will end in something and not in favor with TNB lah. So that's what basically apa cyber security buat. The rest are quite boring lah sebab very technical nak discuss kan. So in short macam tu lah.
Oh, jadi cyber troopers. So memang menjaga keamanan negara jugalah, sebabnya nak jaga security of our utilities punya supply kan.
Yes.
So memang sangat menarik. Alright, so thank you so much untuk sharing session tentang your day to day activity. So sekarang kita nak masuk ke sesi seterusnya, pusingan seterusnya. Kita nak tanya apakah sebenarnya yang dicari-cari oleh employer terhadap graduan kita sebenarnya. Adakah CGPA 4.0 yang dicari oleh kita punya employer di industri kita? So macam mana? Apa kata Mr. Ruzlan?
Okay, baik. Sebenarnya kita tak adalah nak cari macam super genius ke scientist ke 4.0 kan. Kita cari individual yang boleh berinteraksi. You can communicate very well. You know your stuff. Kita nak tengok orang-orang yang dia boleh, macam saya cakap tadi lah, you have to think beyond the box. Okay, bagi contoh analogi katalah you beli hotdog, katalah dekat KLCC, Nathan's kan. Macam semalam I experience juga sebab sekarang I dekat KLCC. So when you order food kan, kita order hotdog ni set semua. But kita nak order fries, kita order fries. So when the person yang kat counter tu dia macam kalau macam masa I duduk overseas, dia orang akan bagi options tau. They say, okay, sir, if you want to have this, you can take this option and it will be much lesser, cheaper and that's the price. Tapi bila dekat sini kita cakap apa, ikut je. Okay, fries lagi. So bila dapat barang tu banyak betul fries je. So kita nak cari orang yang boleh bagi kita options lah. We want to see that the people can actually tell us, give us options, give us something that adds value lah. Kan? Benda-benda yang dia nak buat tu mesti kena ada add value at the end of the day. Okay, this will be the best for this customer. So the individual yang kita cari ni sebenarnya tak payah pandai sangat pun. Kalau pointer dia pun katalah 2.75 pun, it's okay. Even macam I dulu pun mana ada terror sangat masa kat UNITEN sebab kita dah tak boleh fly kan. Main-main aja. But at the end of the day, it's how you. So macam I start dulu dengan Selama J. Selama J itu is a very difficult company nak masuk tau. So sebab masa tu I pun tak tahu Selama J ni buat apa. Dia potong kayu ke apa benda kan. Rupanya is an oil and gas company. Masa kita baru graduate, mana nak tahu Selama J ni buat apa. So interview session tu is even sebab my first interview was with Thailand punya country manager. Ingat lagi nama dia, Pon Rudi apa tahan nama dia panjang sangat, orang Thailand dengan nama dia. So basically dia tanya benda yang kita belajar tu, macam I mechanical, dia tanya pasal engine kan. Those are the basic questions lah, but they want to see how you interact actually. Kita nak tengok macam mana you walaupun you tak tahu, you know how to get the information tau. You tak boleh tak tahu semua kan. You know like a super computer yang Mr. Google ke apa benda orang cakap, you tahu. But we want you to know and you can actually grasp and explain apa benda. So by your logics. So if you can explain, if you can write it down kan, even though it's salah tapi you buat tu, so kita tahu this is the type of person who is a problem solver. Dia bukan jenis buku tau, follow je guideline, ikut dia betul-betul. Dia baca buku hari-hari, okay, benda ni je lah kena man. Macam basically macam kalau you guys jadi auditor besok, jangan jadi auditor yang tengok buku je. You must be very practical. Jangan apa benda dalam buku tu, itulah dia. So you must relate back to the side kan, the practicality, macam mana orang ni actually do the job. So you must think in a way, it's a holistic way. You kena fikir, oh, kalau I nak penalize ni pun, benda-benda macam ni is tak practical. Even sebab guideline tu is just a guideline. So you can work your way around it. Okay. So macam tu lah student, kalau macam I interview selalu, I will look into mungkin on the technicality side, yes, sikit, but I want to see whether this person ni actually can contribute a lot and can give his experience lah. Dia boleh bagi dia punya feedback, benda-benda macam tu yang kita nak. It's not so much of 1 tambah 1 kan. Kalau 1 tambah 1 10 pun tak apa. You can give feedback, okay, you have always like alternative way untuk nak buat benda. Itu yang paling kita orang suka sekali. It's not like dia 3 pointer, 4 pointer. Tak nak, kadang-kadang 3 pointer, 4 pointer ni tak boleh buat kerja. Itu yang kita tak nak. Dia tahu buku je. So kita nak orang yang practical. Itu yang paling bagus.
Orang yang praktikal, orang cakap macam street smart jugalah
Street smart not so much book smart, must be street smart, must be able to assimilate lah. Dia boleh masuk apa-apa environment pun dia boleh. Itu paling best sekali.
Alright, so macam Miss Vihana sendiri, apa lagi selain daripada kita perlukan orang yang boleh communicate ataupun flow the idea well, apa lagi yang kita perlukan daripada graduan kita sebenarnya?
Okay, so yang Ruzlan cakap tadi tu is very spot on, right? Communication is important. You need to be able to articulate. You need to be able, sebab kalau benda tu dalam kepala, tak ada siapa tahu. Kan? So it needs to come out dari kepala, keluar kat mulut and articulate it well. And kadang-kadang when you want to do that articulation, sometimes you only have 2 minutes to do that articulation. You need to be really spot on in regards to the matter. Book smart is unfortunately not enough. It is needed, right? So I think to the students, right, because these are Form 5 students, we're not saying that you should not do well in your SPM. Don't take us wrong. I don't think that's our intent here. Sebab the education is still super important because that is your first step. Batu loncatan orang kata, kan? Without that first step, unfortunately you would still have other journeys that you can go into, tapi kemungkinan it will become limited. Right? So the idea is you want to still be able to do well in your SPM and in your university to get yourself into that first step. Okay? Tapi what we're also saying is that just being book smart is not enough, not for a career. If you're looking into a career, unfortunately it's not enough, right? I am not a straight A student. To be pretty honest, my SPM, when I got my SPM result, I just wanted to crawl into bed and not see anyone because it was so bad. I mean, I felt it was so bad because we were from MRSN Taiping, and those days were like you had people who got at maths and physics 100%, and you're like, oh my god, I don't even understand this algebra. How do you work it? I was that student. So memang totally hopeless. But I got an opportunity. I got an opportunity. Mara gave me that opportunity to still further my studies. I took that opportunity and I tried to basically change my life. So dekat university pun tak adalah super macam Ruzan dengan Nasrin kata, bukan for flat student. Definitely not, right? But you make sure that you do it and you do it as best as you can because it's still an opportunity, and any opportunity that is given, you have to take it. Do not ever let go of an opportunity, right? So as an employer, what we like to also see, apart from communication, strategic thinking is attitude. I think, attitude in terms of employees attitude. So Rizan cakap, kalau I waiter tadi, kan, waiter kat UNITEN tadi, option dia is just fries sahaja tadi, kan? Tapi then you have the waiter who then, comes in and say, why, oh, cik, maybe kan, let me see whether I can find something else untuk ganti you punya fries ni, right? Or, oh tapi cik, saya minta maaf sangat-sangat. Memang unfortunately ini je. I can't give you an alternative. You would still accept the second explanation because of the way the person interacts with you, right? And you know that the person is also trying their best to be able to give you that alternative. But kadang-kadang there are certain limitations. So tu yang saya kata attitude towards life, attitude towards work, and that overall kind of I think Ruslan spoke about creative thinking, strategic thinking really out of the box. Bukan saja saya ada masalah, boleh tak tolong selesaikan masalah saya. You want a person yang saya ada masalah, tetapi saya rasa kita boleh buat ABC. Macam mana Cik Baim rasa? Boleh tak kita cuba ABC? Kan? I mean, I think that's right. And the perception is employers are looking for only book smart sahaja. No, the book smart is just a criteria. It's just an opportunity to open the door. Sama ada after you dah buka pintu tu, kaki you boleh langkah masuk ke, it's already beyond that. Yeah, so that's my view.
Agree, sangat agree. So kita perlukan juga selain daripada tahu macam, maksudnya ialah ada book smart yang kita kata tu, street smart juga, dan juga kita perlu communication, dan macam Miss Rihanna tambah tadi, attitude ataupun karakter seseorang tu memainkan peranan juga untuk dipilih ataupun diterima bekerja. So pada pendapat Encik Nasrin sendiri, what else that our graduan ataupun industri perlukan daripada graduan kita ni sebenarnya?
Okay, mostly semua Ruslan dengan Rihanna dah explain lah. Is the attitude very important. CGPA or not CGPA is always a question kan. For me kalau dekat IT ni is kind of like different, sebab IT kalau you tengok macam I initially masa my earliest in TNB, I think like 5 or 6 years ago, 10 years ago, memang I conducted the interview for hiring positions in TNB lah, for IT positions. So I experienced interviewing the candidates from UNITEN and from other universities as well. Dia punya CGPA and CGPA will just get you to go for that interview, and that's it. And beyond interview, masa interview tu is dah lain. It's no longer discussion on your CGPA. So most of the discussion will be whether or not you up for the challenge, whether or not your IQ and EQ is good. Macam yang tadi yang Ruzian dengan Rihanna cakap, whether you are problem solver or you gonna be problem creator for your boss. So that will determine whether you dapat kerja kita lah. Ada lagi something yang agak yang I nampak masa interview students for TNB lah. I always ask questions on their final year project. Here, I think you have to be honest when you are in an interview lah. So more often than not, I found ramai yang try to find their way around, to try to tipu the interviewer, saying that they really did the final year project themselves. So bila you tanya question, you can tell that whether or not they are really the one yang buat kerja atau they are the one yang tak buat benda tu. So it is okay kalau you tak buat the whole thing. It is okay kalau you even design the concept. You explain that how you design the concept, not saying that I did everything from the concept to programs. And then when people ask you about the details in the program, you weren't able to answer. So that hence you nampak that from there you can tell that this person dah tak honest even though the pointer is 3.9 or 4 flat. So honest is very very important sebab kalau kat situ you dah start portray yang you can't be honest in that small matter. So macam mana nanti masa you masuk kerja. So that is really crucial. So I found benda tu really menonjol lately where people try to make their way around lah. And then satu lagi yang ni pun I think happened recently when I tak conduct the interview but I went there and to look for to just tengok the interview lah. And I nampak there are parents that really want to join the interview. This is really tak betul because in that instance, in that interview, the parents even want to masuk to that interview room. So this is not right, and I don't think this is even allowed, and it's not supposed to be allowed lah. It shows that you cannot survive on your own. You tak independent. So I think kalau you pergi interview nanti, you ask your parents to hantar sampai gate depan je lah. Don't get them to bring you sampai ke dalam. Else I will see that as you cannot be independent and you cannot. Where if pergi interview pun you tak boleh, how you are able to nak kerja dalam the big organisation kan? So there's a really red flag for me lah. And articulation macam yang Ruzian dengan Rihanna cakap is really important. But ada slight difference in terms of IT because most of the programmers memang tak boleh nak articulate. So that is the way. There's a way for you to give some discounts kalau dalam IT because you know that programmer kalau you tanya pasal tell me about yourself, dia akan bagi 2-3 ayat. How's your school? Explain your challenges. Explain how do you overcome your challenges. Dia memang susah nak explain. But when you start asking them about so how do you code this? What are the algorithm do you use? Yang tu baru dia start cakap. So it's a different kind of articulation lah kalau I look into IT punya personnel. So that is still okay for me, and for me masa I conduct the interview it's still acceptable. Cuma itulah my main advice, jangan try to cheat or jangan try to trick your interviewer lah. And don't bring your parents.
Okay, alright. Thank you so much, Encik Nasrin. Kalau kita ada tambah lagi 1-2 jam lagi, saya rasa kita boleh sambung lagi cerita ni. Tapi disebabkan kita ada less than 15 minutes lagi, because our session sampai 11.30, saya rasa sangat-sangat menarik. Apa yang saya boleh cakap ialah apa yang dikongsikan oleh speakers kita, Mr. Ruzlan, Miss Rihanna dengan Miss Nasrin, tentang keperluan industri tu sebenarnya dan macam mana teknik-teknik ataupun skill-skills yang diperlukan dalam interview dan untuk bekerja nanti adalah relevan juga untuk adik-adik Form 5. Sebab apa? You guys perlu biasakan benda tu, barulah dia akan jadi macam orang cakap apa? Biasakan yang betul, betulkan yang biasa, dan dia akan terus jadi habit dan dia akan jadi you. Okay, dia akan terus sebati dengan attitude dan karakter you sendiri. So you takkan ada masalah bila nak interview scholarship, because it is applicable juga untuk scholarship application interview. Sebab scholarship provider nak juga tengok sama ada you capable of bringing their brand. Sebabnya dapat scholarship bukan hanya you dapat scholarship dia orang sponsor, tetapi dia orang nak tengok sama ada you boleh tak bawa brand. Contoh brand Petronas ke, brand TNB ke dan sebagainya. So itu antara perkara yang you boleh ambil take note untuk persediaan lepas habis dapat result SPM nanti, join interview macam-macam. So ni antara tips-tips yang you boleh pakai. So kita akan terus beralih ke sesi terakhir kita, which is our Q&A session. So kita tengok soalan yang paling tinggi vote dia ialah soalan okay, saya buka kepada mana-mana ahli panel untuk bertanya. Saya tidak akan tanya setiap seorang. So mungkin ada nak tambah, kita boleh tambah. So soalan dia ialah, how do we know that the course was the best for us? So macam mana kita nak tahu course tu sesuai tak untuk kita? So saya buka kepada mana-mana ahli panel.
Ini soalan susah ni. kita masa dulu pun tak tahu which course is the best for us.
Yeah. I mean, I think soalan ni macam and again it goes back to different individuals have different perspective kan. So if it was me and I tell the same thing to my staff, right? Sebab the normal punya, even kalau you bekerja, you punya normal grouses is like I don't like doing what I'm doing, kan? That's going to be normal even when you're in your career already. Tapi principle saya kan is very much about making that decision and being passionate in doing the best of that decision. So I know some of the panelists kata you decide what you're passionate about before you make that call kan. I have a different kind of view of it because macam saya cakap lah, the way my career has been is very spontaneous. And tapi what I have basically put as my principle is that once I make a decision, I will put 110% into that decision, and I will definitely succeed in regards to that decision. That is my passion. So instead of being passionate about a particular subject or a particular course, right? I am passionate of doing the best that I know I can do in regards to anything that I do. So a bit different sikit lah. So sebab tu saya kata soalan tu macam I wouldn't. I knew that if I katalah memang I nak masuk engineering tadi, I made the decision that I'm going to be doing engineering, I know I'm going to score it because I know that I will put 110% towards it. So macam saya kata lah, different people have different kind of perspective in life.
Mungkin Cik Ruzlan nak tambah?
Sometimes you just have to try it out lah. For me lah, if you like so fickle kan, you tak tahu nak buat apa, you try it out for the first year lah. The subject yang you kena tengok lah apa benda yang you suka sebenarnya, because it has to come from you. Kalau you suka certain subject macam engineering ke, macam finance ke, macam law ke, then you skewed to it there. Kalau macam awal-awal tu memang even macam myself pun tak tahu pun, but we just go there macam Riana cakap tadi, kita try and we try to do our best and make sure that whatever that we choose to it will sampai habis kita buat, jangan stop. So nanti lagi lama journey you. So you buat tu, you make sure you take a stand. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to finish it. Itu je.
Okay, alright. So dia macam agak, kita nak cakap macam mana, susah sikit lah kalau kita nak memang definite tahu yang course apa yang sesuai untuk kita, sebab at that particular age kita adalah fasa kita mencari diri kita sebenarnya. Okay, kan, kita nak tahu kita ni orang yang macam mana, apakah strength kita dan sebagainya. So it's a very nak kata susah untuk kita cari definite. Tapi antara perkara yang you boleh buat adalah macam Miss Rihanna cakap, apa saja yang you buat, apa saja yang you ceburi, you mesti buat sehabis baik. So apa, sama ada dalam SPM you tak suka subjek kimia ke, you tak suka maths ke, nak tak nak you dah masuk, you dah register untuk that particular program science to learn, you buat sehabis baik. Okay, whatever the outcome is, yang penting you tahu proses yang you dah buat tu adalah yang you terbaik untuk you buat. Dan dalam masa, mungkinlah pada saya, kalau you tak tahu apa you know, macam saya dulu saya nak join program business ataupun accountancy, tapi my dad kata at least dia berharap seorang daripada anak dia jadi electrical engineer. So saya pun macam okay, saya mengikut kata-kata my parents lah untuk cuba engineering. And alhamdulillah, walaupun saya kata saya bukanlah for flat student, okay, Dean's list punya student, but I survive my engineering years and alhamdulillah, and it's okay. So pada saya sama juga seperti Miss Rehana dengan Mr. Ruzlan cakap, you cuba, you kena cuba. Kalau you tak cuba, you tak tahu, dan bila you cuba, you kena sehabis baik. That is the words for this. So mungkin soalan yang kedua tadi pun mungkin lebih kurang ditanya, yang 9 voters tu ditanya, I would like to ask, how do you choose where you want to do, where you want to go and what do you want to be? Because dia kata back then dia tak tahu, dia ada banyak ambitions, dan now dia tak pasti apa yang dia nak buat. So itu saya rasa kebanyakan pelajar SPM sama. Okay, kita tak pasti.
Itu memang masalah at that point of time lah. At that age memang that's the dilemma. You tak tahu nak buat apa. Tapi now what you can do is you can read. Sebab dulu masa our time we don't really have the internet, tak ada YouTube, so we can't really see apa kerja ni sebenarnya. What do they do? Information quite limited. So now the least thing you could do is to baca and to understand apa kerja orang tu. Or even if you tengok dalam movie pun boleh. Apa movie tu is about psychology, so you tengok dalam movie about psychology, so tengok how they work. Tapi one thing yang I nak bagi tahu is, macam kalau I have several friends yang dia jadi doktor, dia buat kosmetik, tapi sebenarnya dia takut darah. So at the end of the day dia tak jadi doktor. So if you know that you memang takut darah, tak perlulah pergi ke medik. So those are the things yang you boleh choose before you boleh minimize, or boleh you strike off benda-benda yang memang you tak boleh or you memang tak minat lah. Then left with some other options yang available.
Okay, alright. So itulah jawapan dia, kita boleh cakap. So kita beralih ke soalan yang seterusnya. So soalan yang atas sekali tu dia cakap, to Mr. Nasrin, I like to ask, what are your field of work after graduating?
Okay. I graduated from UNITEN in Bachelor of Information Technology. Tapi sebenarnya that course is, macam saya cakap tadi, skewed towards computer science. So sebenarnya it's a very good course kalau IT and computer science, because you are still opening yourself to banyak areas in IT fields. For example, macam Baim, SAP consultant, that's one of the area you can go lah. I started in TNB as SAP programmer. So kat situ I'm a programmer, and then after few years I masuk project management. So there's banyak areas yang you can masuk once you dalam IT ni. So people thought that dalam IT will always be programming. So it's not just that. There's management of information technology, management of IT. There's data center where there's network, and there's also programming yang saya cakap tadi. There's robotics. There's data analytics. There's so many areas that you can go, and it depends on your minat lah, whether you nak ke mana. And there's also courses yang lead to where you can go, professional courses. So macam kalau SAP, there are SAP professional courses. Kalau network, there are network professional courses. So kalau once you graduate in IT, there are lots of other, the whole big world that you can explore more lah. It is not limited to just programming, macam most of us thought. Okay, does that answer the question?
Hopefully menjawab. Okay, alright. So saya ada soalan favorite saya. Saya rasa saya nak baca soalan tu lah. Yang soalan, should we go for what we passionate about or what is in demand in the industry? So siapa nak jawab? Miss Rehana kena jawab? Mr. Ruzlan ke?
Boleh Aimee jawab tu. So basically I try because to me lah, at the end of the day, once you dah kerja, you nak cari benda yang you suka buat tau. Okay, you must nanti even though kalau you awal-awal tu you kerja lah macam-macam, you go here, go there, everywhere. But bila sampai satu masa nanti you nak cari benda yang you paling suka nak buat, the thing that you are passionate about. Macam even from now for me I pun ada side juga, I buat my punya butcher. You kalau tengok I, you think I'm like potong daging semua, tak kan? But that is my passion, which is to have like a farm, a butcher shop, jual daging. So that's my passion. Okay. So what we do in the industry ni is basically kita want to build our network. Okay. When you work, you want to build network, you want to know people, you want to know the surroundings, you want to get all this knowledge and information so that you can bila kita buat kerja tu is easy. Okay. So the demand in the industry macam sekarang ni dia tukar-tukar tau, dia fluctuate. Sekarang ni macam more towards digital, IT kan. Kita nak semua teknologi. So semua orang teknologi kan. Benda-benda lain semua dah ketolak ke tepi dah. So it depends. It will change. Dia macam phone. Phone changes kan. Kejap ni iPhone 11, kejap iPhone 12 kan. Lepas ni iPhone 13. So dia macam tu juga. So if you want to choose, for me lah, choose something that you are passionate and you like to do. Okay, and the industry pun boleh lah, but it must be bila kita tak nak macam nanti dia mismatch tau. Bila you masuk kerja, benda yang you tak suka nanti you macam dah setahun kerja, alamak boring lah kerja ni sebenarnya. Kan? You must find something that you really like. Macam you macam tak kisah, you kerja macam mana pun susah dia, macam happy je. Itu yang kita nak cari tu sebenarnya. That's the fit that you want to find for you to decide. Mungkin macam you all baru ni susah nak decide macam kita cerita tadi lah. It's going to be very difficult for you to decide, but macam Nasrin cakap tadi, Google, find out apa benda kerja ni orang ni buat sebenarnya. Maybe when you Google, you cari information, oh best juga buat benda tu. Let me try that. I think it's suited with my passion. Then okay lah. Macam I dulu macam bila I masa kerja kat Australia kan, when I was with Henkel, I never knew that bila lepas graduate, you have this working visa that you can actually minta dekat immigration, that you can travel the world and work in other countries tau. Boleh lompat 3 bulan. I never did that. Because those are only applied for people below 30 years old. Kalau I tahu dulu tu memang I ambil tu dulu sampai 30 tahun I pusing satu dunia kerja-kerja. Buatlah kerja apa-apa pun, then I'll come back. And even macam sekarang there's a company, I think Petrobras ataupun Petrobras ke, there's another company. They have 1 year bila you masuk dalam company tu, they will like rotate you everywhere around the world. So you boleh pergi Sao Paulo, you boleh pergi dekat Houston, 3 months. And then at the end of 1 year punya program tu, you come back, you decide which area that you want to go to. So that's why in the power of internet now, you can find all this information, Google up and try to source out apa benda yang you nak sebenarnya. And then you will find the best match for you lah. Okay. Yeah. You mute, Pak.
Saya agree. Okay, saya agree. Sebab apa, kita nak bekerja ni mungkin akan 20, 30, 35 tahun lagi. So kita perlukan sesuatu yang membuatkan kita rasa happy dan ada rasa the purpose of kenapa kita bangun pagi pukul 5 pagi tu nak siap-siap pergi kerja whatsoever, nak meredah jam lagi semua. So we need something that is very membuatkan kita rasa puas lah, satisfied, dan kita rasa happy dengan kerja tu. Itu yang membuatkan kita rasa kita akan bangun pagi, tak kisah setiap hari nak bangun awal untuk pergi kerja dan sebagainya. So it's a very good point from Mr. Ruzlan. So we need to stick ataupun cuba cari perkara yang kita minat dan cuba adaptkan dengan industri, keperluan industri sekarang. So mungkin itu yang boleh membantu anda untuk kekal sepanjang 30 tahun dalam bidang yang you nak kerja tu. Alright, so saya rasa ini mungkin soalan terakhir kot. Kita akan, sebab kita pun dah memang 11:33 dah pun. So soalan terakhir ni saya nak soalan yang atas sekali. What is your tips for student that want to pursue in accounting? So this is very direct to Miss Rihanna.
Okay, susah again soalan ni. You know, asking a person who actually didn't want to do accounting, what are the tips kan? So dia macam ni and I think it also goes back to the earlier question, right? It is if you do want to do accounting, and as far as accounting is concerned, the thing to remember is that dia bila you buat accounting, dia macam ni bila you belajar something, tak semestinya you bekerja jadi something. Okay, so katalah you belajar untuk jadi engineer, the only career yang you fikir sekarang is just engineer. No, it doesn't work like that, right? Even for accounting, again, that degree is just your first step. Dalam bidang accounting tu sendiri, there is this whole universe out there that you can go into, right? So I have a bachelor in accounting, but I didn't become a chartered accountant because I knew that was not my journey that I wanted to take. You know, instead I specialized into something else. I basically tried to find a niche for myself, and I knew that it was something yang macam kita katalah, cukai tu sentiasa akan ada. Selagi akhir hayat, selagi perlu membantu pembangunan apa-apa negara, pembayaran cukai tu mesti ada. So dari segi potential career journey, I knew that career would always be there, right? So that's the niche part, okay? So if you are planning to go into accounting, I think the thing is to remember that it doesn't necessarily mean that your career is an accountant. You can always, our current Petronas CEO right now, Tengku Muhammad Taufik, right, is also an accountant in terms of his background and education. So, you know, that's how far you can go, okay? So I think if you are interested to do it now, and again, it is the same for any degree that you're doing, is really put yourself into it. Really learn about the matter, really make the best out of your education. But if you are into accounting and your target is to become a chartered accountant, by all means, after you dah buat that university kind of level, do go and get your professional certificates. I think it's the same, accounting, engineering, the professional certificates are the important things that you need in terms of that career journey after that, right? But yeah, I think that would be my tips lah, right?
Alright, thank you Miss Rihanna. Saya kalau boleh, saya nak panjangkan lagi sesi ni sebab banyak lagi soalan ni. Tapi kita kesuntukan masa, okay. Alright, thank you so much to our panelists, our speakers, Mr. Ruzlan, Mr. Nasrin dengan Miss Rihanna for this sharing, okay, dengan kita semua. So sekarang ni kita nak beralih ke aktiviti yang interaktif sikit, okay. Aktiviti interaktif dengan kita punya audience, which is we are going to play Kahoot. Okay, siapa yang first time dengar, Kahoot ni aktiviti yang best lah sebabnya kita main ramai-ramai serentak dan siapa yang jawab paling cepat dan jawapan betul, dia markah paling tinggi. Okay, so kita akan beralih ke skrin Kahoot sekarang. Okay, kita minta rakan teknikal kita untuk beralih ke skrin Kahoot. Okay, soalan-soalannya adalah berkisarkan tentang apa yang kita perbincangkan tadi. Okay, sesi 1. So untuk join Kahoot, masuk www.kahoot.it. Okay, game pin dia ialah 1027715. Okay, semua boleh join. Kalau speakers nak join sekali pun boleh. Kita main sama-sama. Sama ada speakers kita ingat ke tak jawapan yang diorang bagi tadi. So boleh masuk. Okay, www.kahoot.it. Okay, masukkan nama anda, make sure nama anda tu anda ingat lah dan kena tahulah sebab masukkan nama, semua kena nama betul bukan nama pendek. Okay, sebabnya kita nak main dan kita akan bagi hadiah kepada 5 pemenang untuk sesi ni. Alright, 5 pemenang okay, yang terbaik, markah paling tinggi. Okay, maksudnya macam mana nak dapat markah paling tinggi ialah yang pertama, you kena paling cepat dan jawapan mesti betul. Okay, kita ada beberapa set of soalan yang anda perlu jawab semua. Alright, so kita bagi lagi ruang. Okay, Kalau bagi nickname kita tak kenal ya. So make sure anda bagi nama penuh sebab kita akan cross check dengan kita punya list of registration. Alright. So join, kita baru ada 47 orang. Dekat dalam Zoom kita ada 144. Dekat dalam YouTube live kita ada 56. So sepatutnya kita boleh expect sekitar 200 kalau semua orang join. Okay. Alright. So kita sila join Kahoot, join melalui www.kahoot.it. Game pin ialah 1027715. Okay, game pin dia 1027715. Alright, soalan dia adalah berkisarkan tentang apa yang kita perbincangkan tadi. Okay, apa yang dikatakan oleh speaker kita Mr. Uzlan, Mr. Nasrin dan Miss Rihana. Okay, nama tu kalau boleh sepenuh-penuhnya kalau ikutkan nama yang betul Alright. So, kita dah ada 81, kita bagi lagi sikit lagi je masa. Saya kira dalam 15 second lagi untuk kita start. Okay, ada lagi tak yang nak join? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so kita boleh mulakan sesi Kahoot game kita sekarang. Alright. Soalan pertama tentang chartering your roadmap career. Alright, so okay, ini soalan pertama. Betul atau salah, UNITEN is considered a world-class university. True or false? Ingat, jawapan siapa yang paling laju dan betul akan dapat markah paling tinggi. Okay, total kita ada 8 soalan. Alright, 71 orang betul. Okay, yes, we are a world-class university. Okay, so next. All of these characteristics are expected in an employee except okay, ni accept okay, alright. Okay. Dah berubah dah kita punya ranking. So next, soalan ketiga. Soft skills are quite important for an employee to increase their employability rate. Betul ke salah? Okay, yes, soft skills is very important. Alright, so next question, soalan keempat. True or false? Peer pressure does not influence an individual's decision. Betul ke salah? Peer pressure does not influence an individual's decision. Okay. Alright, so next question. Which MRSM did Mr. Nasrin Omar graduated from? Cik Nasrin MRSM mana dulu? Siapa ingat? Okay, MRSM MUA, Cik Nasrin dari MRSM MUA. Okay, alright, next question. Betul atau salah? UNITEN tends to be an excellent platform to increase communication skills and enhance language proficiency. Betul ke salah? Betul. Okay. Ranking dah berubah. Oh, hebat Rin. Okay, next. What is the responsibility of Miss Rihanna in a usual workday? Okay. Miss Rihanna dia buat apa on day to day activity dia? Okay. Alright, so next question. Okay. True or false? Employers only choose students with 4.0 CGPA to be employed in their company. So betul ke employers hanya pilih student yang 4.0 CGPA untuk jadi pekerja mereka? Betul atau salah? Okay, salah. Bukan CGPA semata-mata yang dilihat oleh kita punya employers. Alright, so kita tengok. Tempat ketiga Kamilah. Tempat kedua Ahmad Naim. Tempat pertama RIN, Rin. So ada tempat keempat dan tempat kelima Arif Abdullah dan Faizuddin. So kelima-lima pemenang ni boleh tengok dekat ruangan komen dan juga chat box di Zoom dan juga YouTube live untuk anda hubungi organizer untuk redeem anda punya, untuk claim anda punya hadiah. Okay, thank you so much. So kita sudah habis sesi Kahoot kita, sangat menarik. Okay. Terima kasih banyak kepada semua yang sertai Kahoot. Okay. Saya nak meminta sebaiklah kita nak buat sesi virtual fotografi. Okay. Untuk semua peserta, mohon buka kamera masing-masing, webcam anda untuk kita bergambar bersama-sama dengan speakers kita. Okay. Sebagai kenang-kenangan program pertama, which is program Passion Chasers yang dianjurkan oleh MPP UNITEN. Okay. Boleh pakai virtual background yang seperti yang telah di-emailkan kepada anda jika anda nak pakai. Okay. Buka kamera sekarang dan smile. Okay. Our technical team boleh check. Okay, mohon semua untuk buka kamera, senyum, get ready. Anda tak tahu anda dekat page mana sebab satu page di Zoom ni boleh muat maksimum 49 peserta. So anda make sure anda on the camera. Okay. Dan anda sentiasa senyum je bila kita nak sebut nak screenshot tu. Okay. Sebab you don't know you dekat mana, dekat page mana. Okay, kita bagi ruang sikit. Okay, semua dah get ready. Ada lagi, mohon on camera. Okay, sekarang baru, okay, tak habis lagi. The first page pun belum penuh lagi. Okay, 1 minute more. Alright. Bagus Syed Naim, terus angkat ni, apa? Thumbs up terus, siap-siap. Okay. Alright. So are we good? Boleh Ada lagi nak on camera? Mohon on camera. Okay. Mohon tim technical kita untuk get ready. So semua boleh thumbs up, senyum. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sekejap. Sekali lagi. Alright. Our technical team get ready. Okay, semua senyum. Thumbs up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Alright, technical team okay ke? Kalau okay, cakap something dekat chat box. Alright, okay. Thank you so much everyone. So, kepada semua peserta, okey, sebelum anda meninggalkan sesi ini, jangan lupa untuk scan QR code di skrin, okey. So technical team boleh share dekat skrin kita ada QR code sebagai tanda kehadiran. Anda perlu mengisi our feedback form tentang apakah pendapat anda tentang sesi pertama kita. So kita nak tahu juga. Kami juga akan membuka ruangan respon ini sekitar 10 minit sahaja. Okay. So sekali lagi setinggi-tinggi terima kasih diucapkan kepada barisan panel kerana sudi untuk berkongsi dengan kita pada hari ini. Semoga bermanfaat kepada semua pelajar. Tidak dilupakan kepada rakan strategik kita iaitu TNF Energy Sdn Bhd, UNITEN Alumni Association, Ansara Tepin, Kelab Alumni MRSM Parit, Unit Perkhidmatan Bimbingan dan Kaunseling MRSM atas segala kerjasama dan menjayakan program Passion Chasers 2021. Kepada our speakers, Mr. Ruzlan, Mr. Nasrin dan juga Ms. Rihana, thank you so much. Hopefully kita akan ada lagi sesi kerjasama kita seperti ini untuk sesi-sesi akan datang, insyaAllah. We wish all the best to you, okay, in your career and life. Okay, thank you so much. Sekian sahaja daripada saya untuk sesi kali ini. Jangan lupa untuk hadir ke sesi perkongsian yang kedua pada pukul 2.15 petang sebentar lagi. Sekian. Terima kasih. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you semua. Okay, semua jangan lupa ya scan QR code ataupun tengok di ruangan chat box ataupun komen tu ada link untuk anda isi feedback form. Okay. Aina okay Aina? Alright. Okay, terima kasih banyak.
Baik, remind untuk ni scan QR code sebab baru one response.
Okay, alright. So jangan lupa kepada semua untuk scan QR code ataupun klik link yang telah di-sharekan oleh our organizing team untuk feedback form yang mana amat diperlukan feedback form ni daripada anda. Okay, feedback responses anda yang kita akan compile juga untuk sesi kedua, baru kita akan generate the digital certificate untuk anda. Okey, untuk yang berada di YouTube live, kita punya Google Form feedback form disediakan di bahagian description pada live session tu. So siapa yang berada di YouTube live boleh tengok di description untuk live session tu. ada link untuk ke Google feedback form. Okey, untuk sesi petang ini pukul 2.15 petang, bagi yang mendapat Zoom link, kita ada link berbeza untuk sesi petang, dan juga tetapi untuk YouTube live pun kita akan ada lagi satu, kita akan up a new live session, okey, untuk sesi kedua, iaitu pada pukul 2 suku petang ini, yang mana kita akan menjawab pelbagai soalan yang juga ada di-upkan oleh audiens kita tadi tentang scholarship program dan program-program di UNITEN. So pada sebelah petang nanti kita akan sama-sama kupas dan kita akan jawab kepada anda lah untuk soalan-soalan yang telah ditanyakan tadi. Okay, maybe we have another 4 minutes at 12 PM kita akan close the feedback form. Okay. Maybe Kiki can play some music. Okey, kita dah 12.01 tengah hari. Okey, rasanya kita dah boleh close our feedback form. Okey, untuk sesi 1 dan juga kita akan close our live session dan kita akan bertemu balik sekitar jam 2.15 minit petang, sebentar saja lagi. Terima kasih semua. Jumpa petang nanti insya-Allah. Assalamualaikum.